check,
but you know what's so great? I got sound on everybody but one person.
Tired ass ain't talked in 32 minutes.
My man don't want to waste his 3 topics.
Fuck you know it's fucked up when people get excited. Ooh, Todd, you talked a lot.
Ooh, Todd, you talked this time.
Damn, Todd.
I made a whole post.
Hey, man. Fuck y'all, man. Ain't nothing that shit.
You ain't got to be cool.
This is a podcast, Todd.
Right.
I'm a talk.
Speaking of podcast, that nigga like,
I will defer to somebody else first. That's my
nigga, then shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing, goddamn.
Just defer.
If you're not gonna add, just don't say shit. That nigga's like,
I will defer to somebody. That's my statement.
and he kept making them little, the whole time, he kept doing that little Darth Vader voice.
I am your father, head ass.
Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. It's Stock.
It's Joe.
I'm Todd.
And I'm motherfucking Hooter, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode number 17. It's January the 5th, 2019. I just had to throw the 19 in there because it's a new year. We already said last week it's a new me. And yeah, man, where we at, Hoop?
Oh, New Year, man. Happy New Year to you niggas.
We already said that last week, nigga.
I don't give a fuck. It was New Year's yet. So real life. Happy New Year to you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Happy New Year to you too.
I appreciate it, my nigga. Thank you. Man.
That was cool. I like
that nigga being nice today. What's up?
No, he ain't.
No, because I'm sick of you. I'm so tired of you niggas. I hate you niggas.
Well, we told you don't have to be around.
We see the disguise. It's just a disguise, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But the week was a good week. You know what I'm saying? Starting the new year off right, man. Just basically doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Back to the basics, doing what you got to do. Striving, living, and trying to make shit better for everybody.
That was good, man. You running for a political campaign.
Goddamn right. Governor Hootie Williams Jr.
Governor Hootie Williams.
Put the Junior on my plaque.
Put the Fred in there too, man.
Nah, the F.
Yeah,
Christopher Fred, nigga. No. I want to be like Fred G. Sanford, and I want to be like Weezy F. Baby. Just put the F, because the F
you gonna use your political name, make sure you put the Fred in
the
there.
F gonna use a lot of shit for the F.
I'm mistaken.
Hootie,
put the Fred
financially stable Williams Jr. The F gonna mean a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just want the F. Just put the F in there.
F.
Yeah, exactly. Or Fred G. Sanford, goddamn, use the initial.
But yeah, man, it was a good week. You know what I'm saying? We had a few off days, man. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally, you know what I'm saying? Because it was New Year's, you know what I'm saying? So it was a quick work week, man. Short work week. I don't know. What your week was like, Todd?
Pretty good, man. You know, like you said, a couple off days. Got an opportunity to chill and, you know, kind of relax, you know. One thing I do want to do, though, is get back in that gym, man.
Come on, man.
But right now, it's going to be flooded. But I'm
yeah, it is.
Todd, one of them people.
Hey,
it's going to be flooded, man.
But Todd, who going to be in there? Who going to be in there? What type of people?
Man, come on.
You know, the people that trying to get in shape, like me. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to push through that, though, man. But I'm going to keep going.
I know.
Because I'm going to tell you.
He called me so motivated. I'm so out of shape. But I don't know. I don't know what sparked it, but my nigga called, I'm so out of shape.
I'm going to tell you what sparked it, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so, you know, I was doing my husbandly duties, you know what I'm saying?
Husbandly.
You know what I'm saying?
What that is?
www.hairmessupping.com. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm getting my hair mess up on, and, you know, at the end, I noticed I was a little winded. Like,
Nigga so
That nigga sound like that Frank Thomas commercial. Y'all ever see that?
Oh, yeah, I need some Cialis or something, bro. I can get it up, but when it's over, it's like I was goddamn on the Stairmaster for an hour, but I was tired as fuck.
Hey, that nigga said he winded.
I was winded.
Protein shake, man. Get your protein shake.
Oh, no, I think I need a little cardiovascular. Okay, I need that.
I know it's been a long time, Hoop, since you've been fat, but as a nigga who was fat a little goddamn long ago, I know exactly what that nigga talking about.
Bro.
Hey, and when you goddamn fat, that shit damn sure goddamn Hey, it take about 6 to 7 minutes off your stroke time.
Yeah,
6 to 7
I'm gonna
minutes?
tell you something.
6 to 7.
Oh, it
But my shit now, goddamn. Woo.
That's a long ass time. 6 to 7 minutes, boy.
Hey,
Shit,
yeah,
that's a whole show.
No. It's not when you a hair mess upper, okay? When you a hair mess upper. See, I try to revert back to
Well,
the
you
roots.
ain't that no more. So 6 to 7 minutes.
Obviously, bro. And then that's what I'm saying.
You gotta tweak it a little bit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even it wasn't even my best work, man. If I wasn't a good.
It's safe to say,
Oh
man.
man, fuck that.
It be like that,
Fuck
man.
that. I be paying for help, man. Put your bonnet on. Reserve this shit.
No,
What's wrong with you?
Be like that sometimes.
If the other part of my body, you know, if it didn't work, my mouth,
All right,
I just
all
put
right,
it
Joe.
that way. So
All right, Joe. How was your week?
no one cares.
No one cares.
Nobody give a shit
Because he
about
gonna
that
do nothing
nigga.
but say two
body
things and get
parts.
up out of there.
So
It was okay.
But I do have
It was okay.
I have a task for not only the people at this table but the listeners, man. You got to hold me accountable. Every this is gonna be an everyday thing. Hootie, I need to be in the gym.
I got
so
you.
if I ain't in there, you need to say, "Talk, get your ass up and get in the gym." I'm in there.
Oh man.
Listeners, if you ask weekly, Todd, you have been in the gym? I promise you I'm gonna answer you. So
But to be fair, that's an easy question to answer because you're always in the gym. Are you working in the gym?
but that too, ask that question.
I'm
You putting
working
in the
in
work.
the
So
gym.
yeah, that's it, man. I'm gonna be
And
one of these
listeners
niggas.
always wonder where you at, like
Yeah.
during the podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you said earlier, man.
Is that Todd talking? Todd has raised
What a
his voice.
surprise!
Yeah, but others also tell me y'all don't shut the fuck up and let me finish either. So
Nobody tells you that.
Tell it, Todd.
Say, y'all don't
Hey.
shut the fuck up and let me
Look,
finish.
can't get right now. Show just tried to cut you off. Yeah.
How was
Yeah,
your week?
but-
Can't get right.
How was your week?
Boy, you ain't talked this long
Joe?
in 8 episodes.
Hey, well, why you cutting me off? That's you know what I'm saying. Goddamn, it's oxymoron.
Hey, if it ain't
Ask for more, and then you
It's
cut me off.
2019.
Right.
New year,
If it-
new Todd.
if it ain't broke,
New
don't
year, new
fix it.
toy.
But,
Well, how was your week, Joe?
I like to end. Oh, I had a dope week. Started off with the wedding of little cousins, I guess.
Saw that.
Mark and Olivia. Shout out to them. They in Dominican Republic or some shit, riding dirt bikes and living their life. It was dope at Ross Bridge. Open bar, of course.
That's always good.
Better
That's
be at-
always
at
great.
Ross
Yeah.
Always dope.
Yeah, so open bar. Hey, it's a good wedding to me. Or a private room. If you ain't gonna have an open bar, hey, a private room that everybody ain't got to know about. But yeah, that was my week.
You got drunk, my nigga?
Oh yeah, because we got a room now. I got drunk and had some, did some husband duties too.
I could tell. Your ass ain't show up in the group message for 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why I did go
And then
wrong.
we missing from the 31st to the 2nd. Goddamn, but man, was out of there. How was your week, Star?
Yeah,
I
supposed to
already
send it
told
this
y'all
way.
how my week was. It was a cool, normal work week, goddammit. Went to work, motherfuckers. Fuck you talking about. Man, fuck that. Can't Get Right had told us a story about, it was last week, about Mariah Carey. What you said about, like, how the 10 million.
The Christmas Eve, she had 11 million streams.
Right.
Of her Christmas
Well,
song.
peep this out. Out of that shit, they only paying her like 0.006%. Or like 0.006 of that each stream.
Oh yeah.
So like
Out of
it
10 out of
basically
500?
like they was basically saying like Mariah Carey, she, you know what I'm saying, the highest payout for it is like 0.0084, right? So between her splitting the profits with her label, the producers, the writers, all of that other little shit, she basically gonna get out of all of that shit that you said she got, it equates to about $92,000. But out of that $92,000, she gotta pay the producers, the writers, the label, and all that shit. She gonna
But
walk
she
away
gotta
with
pay-
$30,000. That's it.
That's a crazy guy.
That is
After
absolutely crazy.
10 million streams, she'll walk away with something roughly about $30,000.
And it's crazy that out of your
And she-
0.006%, that you're the one who got to pay the other people.
Right. And then what's
Yeah.
crazy is, like, you got to remember, Mariah Carey is a big draw. Mariah Carey still draw $1 million per show. That's her show rate. So she gets $1 million every time she perform. And that's just go to show, like, you know, back in the day, just think about people streaming it. That used to be a single sale, but on streaming, that shit only paid her $30,000.
I mean,
That's crazy.
That's a nice little check for not doing anything. But
what you mean?
Imagine somebody would have bought, like you said, imagine somebody would have bought 10 million singles. You know, we all old enough to remember singles. That would have been a much bigger check.
But that's kind of like they did,
not doing anything for the musician. I am doing the same thing that I was doing.
Right.
I'm going into the studio. I'm working with the producers.
She did that in 1992. I mean, don't get me.
But it's great for past duties. I agree with you on that. Like,
right.
She didn't do anything
like, it's something like, she didn't make this song last
ultimately,
week.
I still want more than 0.0000.
But again, you can't say that like that because, again, I don't give a shit if I did that shit a long time ago. If the consumers want to still keep listening to me over and over again, I'm getting cut down to $30,000. Yes, that is a lot. In the grand scheme of things, what we're looking at sitting here like, oh, $30,000 is a lot. But that doesn't equate to who all she has to pay out of that money.
And I'm glad you brought that up because today I saw that shit that Chris Brown he's the youngest person to own his masters.
Right.
I saw that.
Yeah,
so now they're getting smarter to where it's no longer in 15 years you listen to a Chris Brown song, it's not going to be 0.0006%. You're going to probably get 80 or 90 or even 100% of it with owning your masters. So.
And whoever his people is, they on top of their shit.
I mean, that's just the way things are going in this day and age.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's why these young
But to own
niggas
your
scared to sign. Like, why you need to sign with somebody? I mean,
Right.
it works for a lot of people.
Spending other people's money.
I just look
That's
at it
what
now
you do.
too. If you got a big check behind you, which a lot of these niggas do, you know what I'm saying? If you got a nice little check behind you, that's all you need. Because with that, if you got a nigga behind you who got 100,000 and y'all got that free of a deal, and that's for your marketing and budget and stuff, that's more than enough because once you keep putting out music, you keep getting in the studio, the internet gonna find you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just see that man, the baby. The dude who I keep putting in there, man, that man keep putting out music and now his shit just keep picking up. And now that nigga on the radio, he on tour, he doing all these shows and he ain't got no label deal. But he not big stream, he doing 10 grand a show.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Great to go to yourself.
Right. Hey, yeah, and you doing 10 grand a show and you got 25 shows lined up.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I take
shit.
it.
Hell yeah, I take that shit.
Yeah,
and and no label is cutting that. That's between you and whoever in your team. Know what I'm saying? So these little niggas figuring it out.
I was watching something on YouTube, and it was what happens when you get signed. It was talking about everybody getting, fucked over, how everybody have their story. But they say in a lot of these niggas' contracts, even in the 90s, it was, which probably was a Mariah Carey contract, it was like CDs, vinyls, tapes, and future recordings or future media. So they knew kind of streaming was coming, even when the artist didn't really know.
They always be doing that shit coming. They just don't know how it's going to be handled.
And going back to that Chris Brown, I wonder if the label now it was easy to relinquish it because now they got a whole new game.
You have no choice.
They don't let that shit go without. I mean, when you say they don't have no choice, oh, you want that? You can have that.
Yeah,
because now they've changed. They've changed
and
what
it doesn't mean as much.
Right, because if Mariah Carey can do 10 million streams,
and get $30,000,
the label like, oh yeah, you can own your masters because now the game has changed. Yeah. Like it used to be about owning your masters from the time of Michael Jackson, the Temptations, all the way to like 6-7 years ago. Maybe they've changed it now.
And that's not about the time that the streaming services became big. Like I never understood Tidal until the streaming game got to what it is now. Like within the last couple of years, I really saw what Jay-Z and all of those people were doing back then. And this was like early 2000s.
Right.
Like I didn't understand it. But yeah, and I want to know how much of a big deal is it to even get a deal now? Because it seems like it's almost like the more popular you are.
I mean, I think
it has to be something.
Depends on who you are.
I think once you get to a certain level, you definitely need the deal. Mm-hmm. Like you've done as much as you. I think that it's not like back in the day. It used to be the game was to get a deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think now the game is to get hot,
right.
Get established,
you don't need to
get going, and then you'll entertain a deal because at that point you command more. You command more of what your worth. You command more of your music. You have more say so on what you take. Back then, niggas be barely hot but take a deal
Let's
and then
take
they
it
go
out.
through development, they go through all that shit. But now it's like, nigga, I got 6-7 songs on the radio. We did that off my own pocket. If you want me to sign with you, what you giving me? What's the purpose? What's the
Right.
point?
Exactly.
Like,
and that's what I want to know. Ultimately, you get hot, which means you're making money, and then you get a deal. So what's the reason for getting that deal? That's what I want to ultimately.
Well,
That's
you
what
got
are
to
the
think about
benefits
it.
of
Like
I'm
Cardi
sure
B,
it is. It has to be one though.
like perfect example. Cardi B is not Cardi B without that Atlantic pushing that button
I
and
don't
making
know.
her Cardi B
it
Why
has
not?
to be.
Because
because she's not talented.
What you
I'm
mean?
not gonna say that.
No, she's talented to make good music that they give her.
So she okay. So
I
what
think-
I'll say is I don't think she's a great
Like I don't
writer,
think
but I think
Migos need Atlantic
she's a
that
superstar.
much.
I'll say she's a superstar, but I get you saying she's not a
Right.
writer.
Did you know
You
Migos
can't say she's
before
not
Atlantic?
talented though.
Yeah, I want to say I did. Was they always with them?
I'm asking you.
I think I knew them a little bit before that. Yeah,
When?
I know
What
him
was it?
from Versace.
yeah. That was with Atlantic.
That wasn't
That was
Atlantic?
Atlantic. Yeah, that wasn't Atlantic. That's a mixtape.
Yeah, that was just a mixtape.
Y'all sure?
I mean, you seem like you for sure, but I think so.
I'm just asking y'all questions. You said you always knew the Migos before Atlantic.
Yeah, I think I'm
I'm gonna be honest. You never heard Migos to the deal. That
Okay.
Bando, even when Bando's song came out, that was a deal.
It was already signed. They had already.
Like you're not gonna. That's what I'm saying. That's what. But see, Migos. Even now, Migos came in. Is short ago as that was. Migos came in before it was in the middle of transitioning. Migos came in before that.
But okay, even with that, I think Migos would have kind of been Migos because they do their own stuff. They're all
disagree.
in house. I think Cardi does what.
Because
The machine tells her to do.
Versace was the thing that took them
That took
off.
them over,
They
yeah.
needed Atlantic to do that. And then that got them the deal with Versace and they got them Drake on the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
all
it
that
was the
shit
one with
branched
Drake.
it off from there.
Drake finds them guys though.
Yeah, but you weren't gonna do that without that deal. You wasn't gonna be shooting in the Versace mansion without the deal.
And we say that Drake.
Oh,
Future?
of course not. Of
Right,
course
so
not.
that's what I'm saying. That's what the deal does for you.
Yeah,
What about
yeah,
deal?
Future?
That deal
mean?
take you to a upper echelon. Future, you didn't hear about him to the deal. I mean, you heard
You
about
heard
him.
about
No,
Let
I
me-
like.
he wasn't big into the deal.
I like mixtape Future. What is it? Swerving out the strip club, whatever that song
Deal
is.
doesn't necessarily mean album. You can still be under a deal and put on
Yeah, I
a
thought
mixtape.
that mixtape.
Like the
what it was,
Monsters and whatever.
his first mixtape.
Yeah.
Astronaut. Damn.
A lot of the time, by the time y'all hear the artist, y'all hearing them because of the deal. You see what I'm saying? Like not all the time,
Right, I was
not
just
every
gonna say all the
case,
time, it don't-
not
it's
every
not the
case.
case.
But once they go like past Birmingham, past
Right.
this little spot, that's the deal that's doing it. When you start hitting them on a national scale and they on this, that's the deal. That's what's needed for. Remember 21 Savage, before he got his deal, they was like, wow, you was doing so good. He was like, would I be in Times Square if I wouldn't have signed a deal? Like he was on the big ass billboard in the middle of Times Square.
So
That's what a deal do for you.
Let's answer a grander question. Why does Chris Brown need a deal?
Now,
Yeah, global.
Now,
Global.
he's that.
He's a global artist.
I know, but he's that
A
already.
deal keeps him as a global artist.
and then I don't think he want to be an independent artist. He don't want to pay for his own videos and pay for his studio time and.
Yeah.
And I asked that to say
Still a lot
that
of
then
perks.
you can't also say that they don't need deals anymore.
And still, whoever he's with, they're
That's
they're
all I was
making
saying that
sure
for, you know.
when you pull up Apple Music, Chris Brown is there. When you put up Spotify, Chris Brown is there.
You're answering your own question.
But I'm not arguing against it.
No,
but
I know, yeah.
yeah, I see both sides.
Got you,
Yeah.
got you.
Because like I said, like
Some people that work for it,
some of
like
them- I
he's
mean,
so
just-
established, like go ahead
just
and do
think
it.
about the niggas that we put in the group. Like, I remember when me and DJ was listening to 21. 21 didn't have no deal. Nobody really knew of them. They were
I
like,
hated
fuck
it.
is y'all
I ain't
talking
gonna
about?
lie, I
What is
hated it.
21?
now,
What is this? What is that? There was a lot of shit. And then
I like
a lot
it,
of
I know, but
niggas
I
don't
hated
listen
it,
to Kodak until the deal come.
Right.
A lot of niggas wasn't listening to Plows, if you want to go back, until the deal came. But I had Plows on the
We were listening to
mixtape.
The Plows.
Know what I'm saying? So,
in
you
the mixtape.
know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that shit don't
Jeezy
come.
was like that too, though.
Yeah, but again, we was hearing him before the deal, but
Right.
a lot of the masses don't hear to him
I
until
get you.
after the deal.
I guess.
So sometimes that shit is needed.
Right. I agree. Also, I-97's own Ebro Dart named Apple Music's global editorial head of hip hop and R&B.
Trash.
trash.
That's what I was going to ask.
Dumpster
Y'all think
juice.
this is a
Trash.
good hire, which I get. And also, loaded question: is it a good hire? And if not him, then who? And what exactly does it mean he's doing?
I just
Nigga, they could have chose you and it'd have been a better hire.
I just feel like niggas like Ebro, man.
He's so whack. He's so out of tune. He's so stuck in his ways. Radio is king. They not gonna push music forward.
You don't
with
need
him.
radio no more. That radio is old. I don't.
you really don't.
Can't tell you the last time I needed a radio,
I ain't
other than the time
man, I
they gave
haven't
it.
listened
so long.
They gave it to me free. That's the only time.
I'm gonna tell y'all something true nigga moment. The radio in my car stopped working so long ago. I don't know what the fuck. I can listen. I listen to my Bluetooth, but the actual radio, I don't know if it's the antenna or something. I ain't had that bitch in 5-6 months now, and I don't care.
Right.
Because I
listen
go
to the
right in
same
that
music
bitch
you
and
wanna
hit
listen to.
Bluetooth thing to connect to my phone, and I'm gonna listen to podcasts. I'm gonna listen to my books, or I'm gonna listen to music. Fuck a radio.
I listen to music for the old school channel just to get a different kind of playlist.
Radio
basically.
died playing the same 8 songs, and I think
Yes,
that's
it's true.
I think by playing those same 8 songs, I think that's what happened to Ebro.
8 songs, 12 commercials.
They got programmed in thinking that those 8 songs was live. Not only did they get programmed in thinking those 8 songs is live, they start tooting their nose up to what was coming up. I'm not one of these old niggas that don't respect the come up. I understand these young niggas and what they doing. I can listen to young music. Some stuff is not for me, but I'm not gonna trash it because that's just not my era. You know what I mean? But Ebro he tooted. I don't understand how Apple can sign somebody like Ebro, who is gonna have to go look at these young niggas and respect their
Same niggas
music,
he hate.
and then look at them sideways. Like I just don't
that's-
like it.
and-
I think
and
it
I
was
think-
trash. And when I
no.
looked at the comments on some of them stories,
Yeah, I'm sure they was trashing him,
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
were tearing Ebro ass up.
And right, and
I think he's going to hurt the culture because he's going to stop the young hot niggas from being
I don't
on
think
that platform.
I don't
he
think
has
he's
that
going to
much
hurt the culture at all.
Not him.
I think he's
If
going to
he
hurt
don't,
Apple.
Why was Apple signing?
He's
Apple's
gonna,
the
right. He's not going to hurt the. He's not going to hurt the culture. He's going to hurt
I
Apple.
don't
Then
think he
niggas going to
has
flock
enough
to
to-
Spotify.
I just think it was a
Tidal
bad. I
and-
think it was a bad move for Apple and they'll figure out. But at the same time, salute to Ebro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure they gave him a bag. So
Fuck Ebro.
I mean, hey, what I mean by salute to him is he made a
job.
power move.
Have I said that already?
He got that
Probably.
deal. So
Hope
yeah.
so.
I think so.
I don't think you said it. Say it again.
Fuck Ebro. because my thing
I'm not
is
gonna
like
knock a man for goddamn making a power move for himself.
no,
I don't like
definitely.
him as a person.
Yeah.
But when I said salute to him, salute for
But
making a power move. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
saying like say he doesn't like. Of course, he has issues with Kodak. If he tells Apple Music, hey, don't introduce him or don't put him on the forefront. Say he doesn't like Lil Baby, which arguably had the better Young Nigga album. Well, had the better Young Nigga albums of this year.
Yeah, one of them.
So say he don't push him to the front and everybody get to listen. He's a big star now. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying that he can possibly fuck up.
It's nothing I want to listen to Ebro, bro. I'm not even gonna lie about it.
At all.
It's a lot of
And
other
I feel
people.
like that.
It's a lot of
And-
other people that I
but
would rather
also,
listen to.
we're
Hold on,
saying
let
that-
me finish. It's a lot of other people that I would rather listen to than Ebro. And I've
Me
never
too.
listened to
I
Ebro.
agree.
And just the things that I have seen about Ebro, it's all been negative. Every last bit of it.
And I
Every
felt
last
like in that vibe that you said, and I forgot about the second part of your loaded question. You asked, if not Ebro, who?
That's why I was gonna go.
And I said this in the group message. I feel like Envy.
Envy, right?
Yeah, I really like Envy because Envy is old. However, Envy is in tune to the streets. He in tune to what's young. He know what's what. And he don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't come in there and judge them people.
He don't bring bias into it.
Now, Envy will hold, like if he
hold
don't
the
fuck
grudge.
with you, don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's usually over something that's sometimes
Personal.
legitimate. Yeah, and
Personal,
personal.
yeah.
for that-
But
Back in the
other
day,
than that,
yeah.
he's always in tune with what people want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I like it. And that's why I think the Breakfast Club work. I think it's Envy that makes the Breakfast Club work.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charlamagne kind of get the pub for it, but Envy is what kind of move it around.
And that's
Well-
why I picked 3 of them, because it's actually 3 leaders of a show. It was Envy, it was Budden. I know a lot of people don't like Joe Budden, but
That's
I picked
true.
Joe Budden, and I also say Big Boy.
Nah, that's changed, I think.
So Big Boy, yeah, I think more people are like
Yeah.
it now,
Yeah.
but you
The
know,
only thing-
historically.
The only thing with Budden,
Big Boy.
and I like Budden because Budden give good insight. Like he was in shit being trill. Budden was saying that Apple and people like them companies sometimes will be a little off on what they be doing. They don't always find people who got their hands on the pulse. But the only knock I would say with Budden is just sometimes they just get a little bit too biased to the East Coast.
But what I was saying is
Very
over
true.
Ebro.
Oh, definitely.
That's all.
Oh my God.
That's
Way
all I'm
over.
saying.
Yeah,
and I just
but-
picked
but-
quick 3 over
but,
Ebro because I know it's more than
don't
3.
think Ebro would big up 6 Lack or something. You know what I mean? Black. You know
But
what I mean? I don't
but,
see that.
But the thing is, like Envy does, he still DJs. he's seeing what music moves people. So he has to be in tune with what the people are. All Ebro does is go to his radio show, play what he want to play.
Is he a DJ?
No, not at all.
Yeah, man,
He's just a music player.
like y'all said, man. Fuck Ebro. Social media, man, was lit on fire the last couple of days, man. And I don't know. Well, I know all you motherfuckers out here got to see it, but
Heard about it.
we saw that R. Kelly was back on everybody's timeline, back in social media. They did the documentaries where some of the victims were able to come out and speak their truth or say what they said happened. Did y'all see that shit? And if so, what was y'all thoughts about it?
Man, you could not see it. And first of all, and I said this and then I had to go back and clear it up because people are dumb. Who didn't know this man was a creep before that Lifetime shit?
A creep. Probably.
This man been a creep. He been a sick individual. And then y'all want to be fake mad for likes. Like, I hated that shit. Like, now, it was some people that I knew had real deal, like, issues from being abused. Mm-hmm. I understood that could bring up bad memories. But all this fake outrage, I thought that shit was wet. But I had to clear it up because it was no way I was defending him. And what he did was whack and sick and all that. And it shows, like, I'm glad it showed, like, how Trump brought the racists out. Like, I think that R. Kelly thing brought the fuck niggas out. Because if you're protecting him or saying, oh, but what about this or but what about that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, something wrong with you.
Let people feel how they feel. Simple as that, man. And that's a tragic situation to jump in and tell a person you shouldn't be mad or you should be mad. Either way, you know what I'm saying? So
I think some of it was just a little extra.
I think it always extra. I think for me, simply, if you commented on it, you was being extra. Because if you didn't, I didn't feel the need to
I don't think nothing wrong with commenting on it, but just to be like, it was a surprise. Like, people like, you know, they felt like they made it seem like this their first time knowing that this nigga was a creep. And he's been a creep for 15 years.
Right. Exactly.
That's why I said nothing about it at all.
And so that's where my problem jump in at. I'm never going to defend him. If he did that shit, he did that shit. I think he did the shit. It's creepy. It's weird. But it was also weird for me when I knew about it 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hearing about it. And like what you touched on is the fake outrage. Like, people, you wasn't mad about it on Wednesday. You didn't think about it. You didn't talk about it. It was out of sight, out of mind. You was talking fucking about Bird Box or some shit. And that's what you was mad about, trying to figure out what Bird Box was about. But then on Thursday, when they put this shit out there, now you outraged about what he was doing as if this is some new shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, what I touched on last week about social media. I refuse, me personally, and I'll take this, I'm saying me, I refuse to let social media keep dictating what I'm going to get mad about or what I'm going to care about. Last week it was Bird Box. This week it's R. Kelly. Next week it's going to be whatever the fuck else they want to be mad at. I'm kind of, that's the shit that I'm sick of on social media.
It's always going to be something.
Yeah, I'm just sick of, like, y'all choose to get mad at the same, let's just say like, this is using an example of the year. They find 10 things for you motherfuckers to get mad at, and everybody sit there and they got these 10 things set, and every year they just bloop, bloop, bloop. And you motherfuckers get mad. Y'all arguing with your cousins and your coworkers. I never thought my coworker felt like that.
You saw the R. Kelly? Man, no.
Yeah, man. Like,
because you just came
at the top.
I fell asleep on that shit 5 times trying to watch it because I had already seen it. I didn't need to watch what they said to know that shit was fucked up.
I watched it with Courtney, and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Like the Joe Torre interview.
Yeah, like even
like
Duval put out something that he made you know what I'm saying, that he talked about 11 years ago about this. Right. And now everybody on social media, oh my God, I can't believe that he would do. Are you really just now realizing that or what? What the fuck?
And the crazy part about it, you see the nigga streams then went up, right?
That's the
craziest shit in the world.
That's because what we
that's
and look,
crazy.
let me know. Let me tell y'all when stock fucked up. I said I think they're gonna stop rewarding this bullshit.
And that's the opposite,
They're not
goddamn.
skyrocketing. Hey, I stand corrected, and I'm a man. I'm a stand on
That got me thinking. What's his percentage, goddamn? What's the percentage?
it's probably low.
What's his percentage?
It's probably
like
lower
Chris
than
Brown.
that
Well,
shit.
no. I did see something. And
Sony owns
Hold on,
his
wait.
masters.
Yeah, it was something about somebody, one of these streaming networks, I don't want to call no names, pulled his shit off of their platform, and it fucked him up. And
What's
he
Joe
said,
Budden on? Spotify.
I don't know. I ain't
Yeah,
saying-
yeah.
I don't know which one of these platforms it was, but one of the platforms pulled him off, and he was talking about how it fucked him up. But then he also was saying how he not getting royalties and stuff like he's supposed to anyway.
Oh, he's getting nothing for this. Or not nothing, but
I don't know. I don't know that part of it. But what I do know, it was almost like the way I read it was like from him. Now I'm not saying it right or wrong. I'm just saying what his version of it was. People basically fucking me over because of, he said, allegations that I haven't been convicted of this, and people treat me like almost like I owe you money, Hooter. But I ain't giving you that shit, nigga. You did some stupid shit.
Yeah, you
and
crazy.
everybody know that you did it. Who gonna make me give it to you? You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the nigga from Fox who had a $50 million severance plan, but once they found out he did this, you don't get that severance.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
Also,
I'm not gonna shed tears because R. Kelly don't get his royalty.
But you said a lot of people know these stories. Like it does open up a box of he was even more creepier than you thought as well.
He was like, I knew about him
Like-
going to high school and the McDonald's and stuff like that. It was little small stuff.
Like his wife
I
had to
didn't know
knock to
Aaliyah
leave.
got pregnant.
I didn't know his wife had to knock to go get something to eat. Can I get knocked on the bedroom though? Can I get some food?
See, I don't think I seen that.
I never
Yeah,
knew
that's
that.
like
didn't
shit.
even
That's
watch
crazy,
it.
my nigga. Like
I
she
didn't
got to
watch
knock
it.
to go downstairs and get food.
But they said it was like a control thing. But like for him to be that sick, I think he probably got touched as a child.
He did. He said it. He said he did.
But you
go
know
through
what?
Some things as a
They
child.
made a point not to say, was it a man or
Yeah,
a girl?
because it was him and his brother. They
Him
both
and his
said
brother said they both got touched. Like, yeah, I think it was probably from a guy.
I don't know. What I do know is that that's some creep ass shit.
he creepy.
And
Creepy nigga of the week.
like I told y'all
Right.
in 2019, I'm not gonna let social media dictate what I'm gonna get mad about.
Because I like Bird Box, and I still think R. Kelly was a creep, but I thought the same shit 2 weeks ago, and 8 days ago, and 9 years ago.
So with that being said, y'all taking them off y'all playlist?
Tell you what I'm not gonna do.
Take them off the playlist.
Watch that shit.
I watched
Watch
Bird
it.
Box. I watched it, and it's pointless. Like
He not talking about.
I ain't talking about Bird,
But
but
he said watch that shit.
He talking about the
I'm
documentaries.
talking about the
Oh,
documentary.
gotcha.
I wasn't really interested in watching it, not
Me neither.
because
I'ma
not
watch it.
because of them women's stories.
Me neither.
I'm gonna finish watching
It wasn't that. It just that like I felt like I know
You
this.
know
Like
it already. Right.
I've seen it.
I did until
It's
I
kind
watched
of like
it, and I
watching
found out some
like a
things I didn't know.
VH1 or, you know.
It's like a documentary of
Yeah,
a lot of niggas. You be like,
All right,
oh, I ain't
time-
know that shit.
time out.
You know,
Like, and if I'm putting you on the spot,
go ahead.
you know what we
go,
can
go,
do.
go, go.
But you know what I'm saying? Like what's something that you learned that you didn't think you knew? Just like one or two things
I didn't know.
that they said
the minute,
not us.
Okay,
but
the
what they-
minute details, like his actual wife, had to knock on the door to go downstairs and get food. They had to call him daddy. It's just a lot of weird shit. He was touched as a kid. Those things I didn't know.
I didn't know Aaliyah had a baby. I didn't know that the manager forged the.
Documents when she was
Documents.
15 and made her 18. I didn't know that.
But it was said that, you know, whatever, that she was that age.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
just-
like
it's
little
a lot of
small
little
stuff
The
like
only,
that.
I mean, the only thing that you said that I feel like I didn't know was, you know, the wife knocking on the door. But other than that, like,
That was you?
all that shit, I've heard that before.
Then
You didn't
there's
know
no
Aaliyah-
need- there's
you
no
didn't know
need
they
for
had
you
a
to
I
baby.
heard that before.
There's no
I
need
never
for
heard
him to
that.
watch it then.
Yeah, I
That's what
I knew most of it.
I'm
I'm
probably
sure
still put my eyelids on, but like Todd said, I'm not running to put my
Right.
eyes on. And all in all, he's creepy. Shit's creepy.
Creepy nigga of the year.
But I saw, man, and I definitely want to talk about this, goddamn it. I definitely want to say something about this.
Let's talk about
my
it.
man, LeBron James, he crowned himself as the GOAT. He basically said that, you know, in the series, I think it was with Golden State.
It was a girl. Yeah, Golden State.
3-1.
Yeah,
Down 3-1.
whoever it was, he came back, you know what I'm saying? Basically said that after that series, he realized then that he was the GOAT. I got issues, but I'm not gonna talk about those just now. Like, did y'all see Brun talking about that and where y'all stand and feel on it. I know that we're old enough to see a lot of different eras before Brun. We saw the end of the Pistons. We saw the end of the Lakers. We saw the Bulls the whole way through. We seen the Iversons. We've seen, and I'm not calling him the GOAT. I'm just talking about all the different people we've had the luxury of seeing. I feel like we've lived in a golden era of seeing different great players. We've seen Kobe. We've seen Brun. So not only have we seen him, we've seen different interviews or different people asking them different questions about them being the GOAT. So how do y'all feel about Brun saying he the GOAT?
I don't have an issue with it. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Because I think it's just like anything when you want to be the best at what you do. I'm the greatest rapper alive, best rapper alive, things of that nature, best athlete alive. I don't have a problem with it. And it's not so far-fetched for Brun to be Brun and not think that. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to think that. He's supposed to think he's the GOAT. And beating the best team ever, down 3-1 in the finals. Shit, who else did that? What other GOAT did that? None. He's the only one to ever do it. So I don't have a problem with that. For me, Jordan's my GOAT, but I don't have a problem with him saying he's his GOAT.
He should feel that way. I would much rather he feel that way with 7 seconds left down 1 and to take the last shot. But
I think he's done that before.
Sometimes. You should do it damn near every time.
Right.
Jordan didn't do it every time.
He didn't do it, but he did it most times. Unless it was clear, like he's 3 niggas on him and it's a white boy over here saying, hey, give me the ball. No. He always, and then he puts people in a difficult shot so LeBron puts people in a difficult shot so he won't have to take the difficult shot. Nah, fuck that. You want to be the great? That's your shot to take. That's your cross the bear. But should he feel that way? Yes. But I have a question. Like, did all y'all watch the HBO special?
Which one?
The barbershop.
No, I ain't
No, we didn't watch it yet.
I watched it. I don't remember him actually saying that. I just remember it being reported, but that's why I wanted to get y'all.
I seen that clip.
Video.
I seen that clip of him saying
it was Brun talking.
Yeah, I saw him say
it up.
Yeah, I think
saw
for the
him say
actual
it.
show.
I don't know if that was for that show.
I know for a fact.
But
he said
I know
it.
that it was him
He
and
said
Maverick and some more people when he said it.
He said those exact quotes. That made me to go down 3
because I watched the show and never. So when I saw it being reported, I was like, damn, that ain't what I just watched on Friday. But
he said it.
Anyway, he said it.
Yeah.
And man, LeBron, you don't care your purse carrying 3 for 8 in the finals. Ass on.
I saw some shit that Shaq tweeted today. Shaq tweeted the NBA greats pick on who they go. So these are the NBA greats picking their GOAT. Magic picked Jordan. Shaq picked Jordan. Karl Malone picked Kareem. Jerry West picked Jordan.
Fuck nigga.
Jerry West picked Jordan, and LeBron is the only person to pick himself.
Man, listen. Okay.
LeBron a fuck nigga.
All right, listen.
No, I'm gonna take that back. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna give you my take on that, and then I'm gonna be through with it. Man, Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever play in the NBA. LeBron James is a great basketball player. Second to Michael Jeffrey Jordan is Kobe Bean Bryant. I don't care how many times he's been to the finals. I don't care how many games he's come back from 3-1. I don't care about none of that.
Okay,
I don't care.
I have a separate question for y'all. Still on that though. Still on that.
But just chiming in on what we was talking about. In reaction to Brun being the GOAT. Touching on what you said. You said that, just like in, I think you said boxing.
Best rapper alive.
Best rapper alive. Those are individual. They didn't, best rapper.
Right.
That's a rapper. Best boxer. Boxers. You know what I'm saying? They do that. But basketball, football, those are real team sports. I've never in football or basketball seen somebody come out and say that they're the GOAT.
Yeah.
Never. In no era.
Not themselves, no.
No, not themselves. I didn't seen Dion talk about how great he was. That is as close that we've seen, but I've never heard him say, I'm the best cornerback to ever play the game. I just feel like your game speak for you, and when you're that live, they'll say it for you. What I think that's happening to Brun, I think that Brun feel like that I think that Brun is struggling. He wants to be that GOAT. He wants everybody to say it, and everybody's still like Kobe, Jordan, this person. And I think now he just saying it because I'm with Can't Get Right. You 3-6 in the finals. I have said for years, and Huda can attest to this, years, where I felt like, man, I seen some finals where my man just checks out. I've seen big
Dallas.
I've seen big playoff, even before Dallas, the Pistons. Go back to the Pistons, where he was young. I feel like he just clocked out. I feel like it was times where he didn't know what to do. I watched Kobe from the time Kobe came into the league to the time. Huda talked about Jordan passing the ball. I watched Jordan. I've never seen when it was crunch time, I never seen them go not demand the ball. They always went. And if they, even when they, when they pick up their dribble and they got to throw it to somebody, they go right back.
Give it back to Jordan right here. Kobe right here.
Yes. And if they have to give it away because of the last shot or whatever, they do that. And they have all done that. Mm-hmm. But when Bron give it away, it's like he watched.
Shoot that bitch.
That's why Kyrie had to go shoot that big shot that he talking about that made him the GOAT. Right. Man, don't do that, man. You're not the GOAT.
And it's crazy that he called
Michael Jordan. I'm gonna go Kobe and I'm gonna go Bron. And I don't even like. I didn't like Kobe his whole career, but I can't knock what he did. Bron is a beast. Bron is trill, man. I've never seen somebody with the skill set that he possesses.
I was gonna ask,
but he's not the GOAT.
That was gonna be my question before you start. But I'm glad you stopped it, and because I want to ask it now. And it's crazy that he called himself the GOAT, coming back from 3-1 when Kyrie won the games. Yes, we all agree he's not the GOAT. But as far as athlete, who's your best athlete, most athletic NBA player you think you've seen?
I mean, it might be favoritism. I would say Tracy McGrady, but I will follow it up. If I take Tracy McGrady, because that's my favorite of mine, probably LeBron. He has all the skills.
Yeah,
But
I
also,
think he get that confused with GOAT. The reason why I asked that is because Shaq said, I don't give a fuck if you don't pick me because I know for a fact I'm the most dominant. So
most dominant Shaq.
Right.
And that's true.
And so if Bron
that man was unstoppable.
You could not stop that man.
Bron is like, I'm the most athletic player maybe, but I'm not the GOAT. Because I respect that more.
Because LeBron stops himself. Yeah. Like anytime he shoots a three, he's stopping himself.
I thought, high up on my, like number 2, if it's not Bron, like Bron will probably be one as athletic, but number 2 for me would be Allen Iverson. It's athleticism.
I'm gonna go Jordan, Bron, Kobe.
Y'all tripping on my man Tracy.
No, I mean he was
that man was 6'7", 6'8", could shoot the three better than Kobe, could dunk better than Kobe. At that time, yeah, he could shoot better than Kobe.
There was a lot of people.
But getting off that, but I can argue that LeBron never has really been the man on his championship team.
I disagree with
that. Dwayne Wade.
He's better than.
Kyrie Irving.
He's better than.
No, the man in the series. The man that had to take the last shot. Yep. The man that had to score 38. LeBron is not an alpha male. I'm not going to say
that because LeBron has averaged a triple-double and had the best stats of everybody in the playoffs.
That doesn't mean you're the alpha male.
In Miami? Yeah. Wade took a back seat to him.
Yeah, man, he had the
they
most
were down
points,
in
most
Boston.
rebounds, most
They did, but arguably when he went to Wade was one of the best players in the league.
This is true.
And they invited Bosh, who was the best power forward at that time in the league. I get Scottie Pippen turned out to be what he was, but Jordan didn't call Barkley and say, Barkley, man, come to Chicago.
Nobody, right?
You know what I mean? And I mean, I get it. It's a different time.
I
don't want nobody because I know how to come out, man, Bron, because I know how y'all feel, some of these people feel about Bron. Bron is great, man, my nigga, but he's not the GOAT. I gives a fuck. I can't say that. And I seen, They talked. I'm reading a quote from Michael Jordan himself.
Michael Jeffrey.
I don't want it. He's talking about the GOAT. I don't want it because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and all the guys that prior to me I never had a chance to play against.
That's how you supposed to
I would never say that I'm the greatest player. That's because I never played against these people that represented the league prior to me, Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? And then Danny Ainge, he chimed in. His career is not over. I just like to know why he's saying that. I don't know. Maybe he's taking the Donald Trump approach and trying to sell himself. I'm not really sure. That was from Danny Ainge. So sell himself as the GOAT. Because like they said, sometimes if you say shit enough, people will believe it.
Some shit
especially in this era.
Some shit you just don't buy. And the true people who matter, the GOATs, are not picking you as the GOAT. You're not the GOAT. You're great. You're not the GOAT, though. You're another G. You're another G. Yeah. Speaking of sports, NFL, man, there's a lot of job openings. A lot of jobs. There's 8 different jobs. Cardinals, Bengals, Dolphins, Broncos, Jets, Bucks, Packs, and Browns. What's the best job out there y'all see?
Packers or Browns, in my opinion. Packers or Browns. See, I say the Browns because Baker and them guys, they young and, you know what I'm saying, they finished the season out strong. But you go to Green Bay, you walking into a situation with Aaron Rodgers, man. Arguably the best quarterback in the game, you know what I'm saying? So those are the 2 perfect situations, especially if you know what I'm saying, the offensive-minded coach.
Can't go against Green Bay. I like what the Browns are doing. I root for the Browns, but history shows that they just not gonna get it done. Never have, ever since maybe Jim Brown eras. But yeah, probably
Packers. I like the Packers, and sneaky, I like the Jets. I do like the Jets because I think they have a real good defense. They have a real good young nucleus on defense. They have a real good young quarterback.
Who is that quarterback?
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Sam Darnold, good young quarterback, just signed a couple receivers to a multi-year deal so they get to learn each other. But I'm going to go Packers, man. It's tough to say you going in there with Aaron Rodgers, and that's the best deal.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Packers is the best thing smoking. You know what I mean? You got Aaron Rodgers. You only need a couple of draft picks, a couple of trades here and there, and the Packers is right back
in it
to where they wanted. I think they had a few injuries. They had a lot of little shit that kind of happened to them. But I think the Packers is the best job going, which is probably why it might take them a little longer to kind of try to find somebody. I don't know who would fit in that system. I would be curious to see. I saw Josh McDaniel. I know he's younger, and he didn't do so well when he went to Denver. But he had fucking Tebow. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Florida
but I feel like Josh McDaniel mind frame and system, and this is, for those who don't know, is the Patriots offensive coordinator. I think him in that system with Aaron Rodgers,
it's
scary.
I think that's an even bigger story because they're like, without the coaching, Tom Brady wouldn't be who he is. And if you put Aaron Rodgers in that system, he would be better. So we would get a chance to see that.
And I'm curious. And I mean, we could say Tom Brady in that system, but Tom Brady been the same even when Josh McDaniels left and when it was Romeo Crennel and then when it was Charlie Weiss. Tom Brady's been Tom Brady. So I don't know what the fuck the system is because the system is
Tom Brady is the system.
Belichick is the system. Belichick and Kraft is the system. Right. So, but I say that to say like, we saw that Josh McDaniels turned down, the ability to go to the Bengals. He may know something that we don't know.
The Bengals
and we see
trash.
that the Packers haven't hired anybody yet because the Patriots are still in the playoffs. I'm willing to bet that when the playoffs is over for the Patriots, whenever that may be, I think that's when we'll see Josh McDaniels make his move. I know he's not going to Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's the only reason you wouldn't at least listen to Cincinnati. If you have already had
while you're still playing, they can't talk to you, right?
They can. Like that shit started in the playoffs, they start talking to you.
Not the
They gotta have a player or
no coach.
They gotta have
permission. Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, it could be.
And most times they don't tell you.
And I know Packers made a call over to New England. Hey, look, we really want them.
This is
let's just keep this. The NFL real good about.
He's not.
If you do it from a respectful standpoint, it ain't like college. Hey, we stole your coat. Like they don't care, man. Them niggas move around. They'll get another one. You know what I'm saying? So they real. Good at that. So,
and then they know that that's a job he's not going to turn down.
So, staying in football, and I meant to put it in a group chat, but I was just watching some highlights, like a YouTube video. Is Deion Sanders the best football player that we've seen?
Best player?
Football
player. No, but he's not the best player because we've seen Jerry Rice, we've seen Randy Moss, we've seen Barry Sanders.
We've
seen Michael Vick. Michael Vick hasn't won championships, but he's still changed the game and a better player. We've seen Aaron Rodgers, we've seen Tom Brady. So Deion is the best cornerback we've seen. I'll say that.
But this is why I say this because nobody has affected different parts of football.
Yeah.
Like defense, special teams. Nobody has ever did two. Football is three things: offense, defense, special teams.
Mm-hmm.
He was arguably the best at two of those.
Right now, if I had to go a top three, Deion Sanders up there. My personal favorite, like if I put a personal favorite, would be Deion. I know you've never seen a cornerback affect the game the way Deion had. The man didn't even get thrown that much
This is true.
for all of his career because of what he did. Punt returns, kickoff returns. You know what I'm saying? The way, the brashness of how he carried himself on the field. But if I had to go my top three, this is just me right now, going away from personal, just like what I think as a analysis of it, I would say Tom Brady, I would say Peyton Manning, and then Deion. Them would be my top three.
I'm going to go Brady. Of course, Brady and Manning and Randy Moss. Because that nigga has a term. You just got Moss. That nigga has a term.
Yeah, but that
Moss.
didn't... Randy Moss...
It came out now, but... Randy Moss is definitely one of my favorites because just go.
Yeah, go and I'm going to throw it.
Just
simple as
throw
that.
it.
Go and I'm going to throw it.
They can't check me, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's Randy Moss.
You said it like that too.
Yeah, right. Randy Moss, Drew Brees, and I
can't get out of here, man.
Nobody else but Deion.
But look, think about this.
You mad at that man three?
Okay.
Drew
Brees.
He ain't got Tommy Tuberville up in there.
Right.
That ain't who I had either. Was a
Same
good
thing,
coach,
same thing.
but that's not good.
Same thing. Tommy Tuberville. Terrified.
But think about this. He went to one rival, the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, both of them better.
Won a ring. Then switched to the other rival.
And
won a ring.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the difference between a ring and not a ring. If you got you can arguably think about it in that way.
You can.
What other player? I mean,
he was cold when the Falcons was sore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
That's when you got the name prime time.
My man
and my man dropped the video while he did. Must be the money.
And the MC Hammer gift.
MC Hammer.
The MC Hammer
had 22 chains on that with an S curl.
So, I mean, Tom Brady, he did it for, let's just say 3 teams. He went to 5. No.
You said Tom Brady.
Deion Sanders.
Okay.
I'll say that's why I wouldn't put Tom Brady because we don't know what he would do. But it's clear that it was Deion's talent. No matter what team, what strategy, what coach, that nigga was just talented.
Very much so.
And that's another reason why you can say Tom Brady as well, because
How?
Brady did it New England didn't do it when Brady was out. It's been a couple of years, like the Drew Bledsoe before he got there. Also, the years when he got hurt with Matt Castle, who went and got a $100 million deal because he was
he looked
England.
really good in that system.
Exactly, but there's a difference between really
Jimmy
good
G.
and great.
But you don't know what Tom Brady is like on a different team.
He's still Tom Brady, I think.
I don't know. I mean, you think we know Deion was great on 5 teams.
So you know what the difference in Matt Castle in New England and Matt Castle in
man,
Don't forget about Jimmy G. Jimmy G.
Peyton Manning was good on 2 teams for a year.
That's
But
because
it was good.
longer than
it was longer than that. But that's
years.
because
No, longer than that.
With Denver,
like 3 years for Denver.
years.
And
No,
the
I
reason-
said good. I said good.
He was good.
He was
All
good.
of
No, that
he
last
won a
year
Super
was
Bowl.
trash.
He won a
his
Super-
last
and
year
then
he
won a Super
wasn't
Bowl.
trash. He was a little suspect during the
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah.
Because he was hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't they win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, they won the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Okay, argument over. But even that, I just think that Peyton Manning was good, not because
It was because of his knowledge.
it was because of Peyton Manning brought Peyton Manning from England
never
to the
seen
same
that.
Peyton Manning in Denver.
Jesus.
So I think if Tom Brady goes to Green Bay, and he's not going to go anywhere boo-boo, he's going to go somewhere good.
But
So if you bring Tom Brady to the Houston Texans, they're great.
it's okay.
They're
so
fucking great,
look,
man.
if we have a discussion right now, what's the best quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're probably gonna have different opinions. If we ask what's the best cornerback / special teamers,
So I have
it's gonna be solidified.
I have a problem about that. Not a problem, but just a disclaimer before we even
I don't
try to
think it will
discuss.
be either, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be similar, but the only thing I think the difference comes in is because do you count championships? Do you not count championships? Some
Right.
people count, you know what I'm saying? And so that
Yeah.
determines it. So I
And it's
just
going to be
feel
the
like
same,
saying,
too.
and I just feel like, best quarterbacks people will have a issue with. But like Huda said, the top two can't change.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of these.
Top two can't change.
Perfect flip. But I think and sometimes you do have to find a determining factor. If it has to be championships, it has to be championships. If it has to be coolness, like I love Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is great, but he didn't. It's just something about Tom Brady. He just looked calm back there. You would see Peyton Manning patting them feet. He just looked anxious.
But that was just his style.
I get that.
Even when he was tearing your ass up, he was goddamn.
That could be your determining factor.
He was doing it. I get you.
It can also be a determining factor.
I got you.
Okay.
All right. So what's the worst job then? We say the Packers. I think we all say the Packers might be the best. What's the worst on here? Cardinals, Bengals, Dolphins, Broncos, Jets, Bucks, Packs, Browns. I do think the Bucks could be a sneaky good job too, though. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Bengals.
Bengals the worst?
I think so.
I think the Cardinals.
Cardinals. They damn sure probably got the first pick in the draft. I think they do have the first pick in the draft.
Cardinals, Bengals. I think they're going to fuck up the first pick this year because I think this one of the years, it's not a clear first pick. It's a lot
the
of
Bengals have nothing that I look at and be like, oh my God, you're going to. They like the defense is okay.
They have
offense is pathetic.
They have $100 million quarterback who's a bum, the Red Rocket. They have a real good receiver in AJ Green who's been hurt last few years.
He's getting older though, man, and he ain't just been doing nothing.
Yeah, he ain't that no more.
They don't have a running game. Right. Offensive line is suspect.
So Broncos, you trash right now. I guess it's the Broncos the trash.
They've had the same coach for a zillion years. So how do they react to a whole new change in demeanor around there? I don't know. I just wouldn't want that job.
Two people, rookie of the year, Mayfield, Baker, or Saquon. I'll give you some stats. Saquon, 2,028 total yards, 91 receptions, 15 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 3,724 yards, 25 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 14 picks, 93.7 rating.
It's tough. I'm going to go Saquon, though.
I don't think it's tough, and I'm going Saquon.
Saquon, definitely.
Why you say you think it's tough?
I just think it's tough because I think to put up 3,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, man, and only 14 picks is why I get Baker out of there. You got to protect the football a lot better than that. Mm-hmm. It's 14 picks, but you play 16 games, man. So you threw a lot of picks. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't lead your team to the playoffs. Saquon didn't either, but a running back with 2,028
yards. He's the second player with 2,000 plus yards as a rookie since Eric Dickerson.
All-purpose yards.
That's tough, man. You know when Eric
only
Dickerson
him and Eric Dickerson.
Them boys still had the good old bird cage when Eric Dickerson was playing, man. That shit was a long time ago. Nigga had the leather helmets and shit, man. Y'all nigga tripping.
All kind of concussions.
That good of a running back.
That's where the CTE started.
The start of CTE. Eric Dickerson them.
And to be that good of a running back with really no quarterback, no passing game. Y'all know how much that they stack in the box, and he's still getting his shit off.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for the sake of it. Baker Mayfield, for the simple fact that 3,725 yards as a rookie quarterback in Cleveland. Think about the last good quarterback in Cleveland, especially as a rookie, but just in general, the last good.
But think about
to me in Cleveland, that's double.
Hey man, if you only got 1,000 more yards as a quarterback than a running back, that running back was better than you.
But I'll say in Cleveland,
because think about it. A good game for a running back is 100 yards. A good game for a quarterback is 300 yards.
But he's touching that bitch the same amount of time as a quarterback, as a running back.
He getting about 20. What? I don't know how much his carries is. About 24, 25.
He doesn't touch it as many times. Yeah.
Not possible.
Saquon's not touching it.
I'm not saying statistically. You know, he's touching that bitch every down as a quarterback. What I'm saying, I'm saying like,
come on now, they being hooted right now.
No, I'm not being hooted. I'm not talking about under snaps, my nigga. Come on, a quarterback throws the ball more attempts than a quarterback than a running back gets. Carries. A running back may get 20-something carries.
You gonna let me clean it up?
A quarterback gonna do 36, 38 carries.
You gonna let me clean it up?
Clean it up. Go ahead.
Good But you
Not
got a
only
mess
is
on
he
your hands.
getting that bitch.
That nigga got a whole wall spill out there.
You're going to need BFI out here.
Like that nigga just instantly went in. Like,
Yeah,
like
you
bro, I'm
said-
trying to explain the shit. You
Go
know,
ahead,
you don't even know
just
what I'm
go,
talking
bro.
about.
Go
So,
ahead.
listen.
I didn't got nigga massage.
Bad guy. Calm down. I got your shoulders.
I think a little vein popped up in the forehead and shit.
You ain't even let me.
So, bro,
Hey, you know a nigga man when his voice get high pitched. That nigga at the top of the key. Go ahead, clean it up, buddy.
so what I was saying is, bro, like, he's getting that bitch out of the backfield when you putting it in his stomach, and he going out in the flats touching that bitch damn near every other down because Odell won now to catch
Gotcha.
that many balls.
So even
you know what I'm saying?
though
I'm saying
sometimes the quarterback's throwing it, he's
yeah, if he ain't giving it to him, he throwing it to him. You see what I'm saying? So if to have 2,000 yards, like as you know, all purpose, shit, that mean you getting that hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Great, and I'm glad you said that. Hooten, how many receivers can be in the field at one time?
5.
And can it be a tight end out there?
Be a tight end, 3
So you say
receivers,
6.
a running back, 2 running backs.
And when you're quarterback and the running back has to run a route, who has to give him the ball?
Quarterback.
Okay.
But it counts for him too.
Right.
Even if you say that, still,
You don't get it. I'm gonna let you be puzzled.
But
for
did
a
I
while.
say
even-
what did I say at the beginning? Like, I'm not saying he's touching that bitch every single down like that for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's taking what I'm saying. And
Okay, but you also said that he touches it more than the quarterback.
But
so you got
it's a podcast, so therefore you can go back and rewind what the fuck I said, or go back and listen to
What
it.
you
So
said?
that's fine.
So
I know what I said initially, and I told you, like, I'm not talking about for real, because he's the
Understand.
quarterback. He touching that bitch every single down. That's what I said.
No, that's not. I said I'm not talking about just snaps. Of course, he's gonna touch it with snaps.
Right, so that's what I was
But
talking
the
about.
quarterback facilitates who gets the ball. Staying in sports, you know what I mean? We saw the Houston Texans are playing in the playoffs, and we saw that their superstar wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, says that every penny of his NFL wild card round playoff check will go to the family of 7-year-old girl who was gunned down this weekend on a Texas highway. This past weekend. Jasmine Barnes was killed around 7 a.m. Sunday morning when a man in a red pickup truck pulled up next to her and her family and opened fire. It was no apparent reason for this. Her mom survived the shooting, but Jasmine passed. And in that shooting, man, it was really no reason behind it. It was no, like, they didn't know who this person was. They didn't have any prior gripes. The man literally pulled up on the side of him, decided to open fire on him for whatever his reason is. The police on the lookout for a Caucasian male. DeAndre Hopkins basically said that, he's going to pledge all of his money from his NFL game check. Those checks can range from $200,000-$300,000 to 60, 70, 80,000, but he's pledging all of that game check to the family, who suffered the loss. Y'all saw this story. It's a lot of development going on with this story, but did y'all have a chance to see any of that?
Yeah, man. Shouts out to young fella, man. DeAndre Hopkins. Y'all just got finished playing. That's a great effort. Whether it's 60,000 or 250,000, that's a wonderful funeral for that family, if it can be a wonderful funeral. But as far as the act, man, that's crazy. And from what we know, they say it's just a random act of violence.
Yeah.
No more details other than a random act. What is your reason for pulling up on any kind of family and just shooting into a car?
Man,
4 women, 4 a woman and kids, all female. How angry you got to be for the
We just see that shit time in and time again in this country. We talk about these stories week in and week out that, like, it's just so much hate. You know what I mean? In here, like, it's so much, mental things that go on. Like, what makes you want to do that? Like you said, I don't know. It's just,
why do you care so much to hate?
Yeah,
random.
But I mean, like, even locally, like, we're kind of going through that now.
We are.
I had to tell Courtney because she gets her nails done kind of like in Irondale.
Yeah, it was.
And it's a nigga on the east side. That ain't never but a block over. Like, literally 2 blocks over from Central Plaza.
We just saw that a single father of 2.
Yeah. And it was random.
Yeah, that a random car pulled over and shot, and the same car matching that description had shot at somebody earlier, just randomly. You know what I mean? But he was shot and killed.
And the word is from homeboy that's a cop. That it's just a guy who's going out
There's
there
a
just
guy
randomly
going
shooting.
and pulling up on you
Man, that's
while you're
crazy.
at the light or whatever.
Like, how are you that mad? You just randomly shooting random people.
Like, what are you mad at?
I don't know, fool.
Like,
I want to know.
And more than anything, man, that's cowardly.
Very.
Like,
4 females.
right, 4 females. Like, pull up in the hood with that shit. See what happens.
Don't pull up nowhere, man.
You know what
Why
I'm
you
saying?
hit
That shit's
anybody?
stupid as fuck.
Don't hate nobody.
Definitely
Man. Like,
crazy.
for no reason.
But we saw that, like, several different people have stepped to the plate in the Houston shooting.
They got a sketch.
Yeah, they got a sketch now. Police on the lookout. They have a description of the pickup truck. We saw that, several activists have stepped up and
Activists?
and decided to do what they was gonna do. Sean King said that he was gonna donate $100,000 to the reward of whoever find out, who did it. So hopefully the police can figure out, what's going on, who did it, and bring justice to that.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
So, question. Sean King said, emphasis, said that he was going to give $100K. Do you think that's really going to move the needle? Even if he is?
I think it would. I think you can say that it's a publicity stunt or whatever you want, but offering $100K is going to make a lot of people act more. Like, these people don't have $100, let alone $100K. So yes, whether it's being loyal to this person or that person, whether it's doing the right thing or the wrong thing, I do think that $100K will make people talk.
I'm gonna tell you.
Let me make it clear. I do think it's a publicity stunt. I think everything
it is,
Sean
man.
King does is a publicity stunt. I think he's a culture vulture, and I think he preys on the black culture tragedy, whether it's getting shot by the police or
Let me
people
respond.
dying unnecessarily.
I used to think that same thing. I did until I sat down and realized that yes, it's maybe sometimes it's publicity stunts, but more often than not, it's just simply outreach and getting information out there. And it's a lot of shit that I didn't know before, whether it's a publicity stunt or not. I didn't know that. So I feel that's a good thing because you're letting me know some shit that happened that I need to know that happened.
And let's just say, like, for instance, with Sean King, if it was a publicity stunt, and let's just say a politician that can affect change or make change, what's the problem with that man shedding light on what's going on? I didn't know that. It, like you said, it's a lot of things that man say that I didn't know.
You get your publicity.
It's a lot of things that a lot of people, we say in the group message, like the stuff that we post, sometimes you didn't know that until you posted it.
Majority.
Right. So, like, what's the problem with that man shedding light? And then even with that man saying he's a culture vulture, I don't understand how he's a culture vulture. I've still been trying to figure out how that's possible.
I look at it simply this way. Thank you, brother. You get your publicity. I get my information.
Right. And even it's
I
still,
get my information.
even it's still, if he's offering $100,000 and it's a lie to turn in a killer who killed an innocent 7-year-old,
Thank you.
fuck it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a good publicity stunt.
cops
Now
do
we
it all
got
the
this motherfucker off the
The
street.
cops do it all the time.
Hell yeah. Because I'm going to tell y'all last night.
You get to go home.
$100,000, y'all nigga commit a crime. Hey, fuck a street code. Hey, you can call me what y'all want. All you motherfuckers going down.
Nigga, my house.
You nigga going down. What that nigga said on Juice.
Nigga.
You niggas going down. Yeah, nigga. I'm going to be the one doing it.
Nigga,
I'll put some money on your books. Shit.
I'm not doing that, nigga. With that, I'm out of debt. Fuck that shit, nigga.
The way Stu Long looking right
Thank you,
now.
Stock.
The way the government just shut down. Y'all nigga crazy.
Thank you for shooting that nigga, Stock.
Y'all nigga going
Y'all
down.
niggas trash. Y'all some trash.
Hey,
for
man.
real, cuz.
Y'all nigga going down.
That shit crazy, but I just don't think nobody finna get that.
I'm a civilian. I hope somebody gets it. I do. But for the
hope
sake
they
of
get
those little girls, I
But-
hope somebody gets it.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
I hope somebody gets it because it's bringing a killer to justice.
What you got, Tom?
All right, man. We gonna
Don't say too
move.
much.
Yeah, come on, Tom.
We gonna move on, man. We saw what is it? St. Petersburg, Florida.
Mhm.
Yasmin James.
Yeah.
Let's talk about old Yasmin.
Mhm.
Yasmin, a former employee at a McDonald's, issued out a McNuckle sandwich.
Damn, she didn't fly.
Because she had McNuckles to distribute. You hear what I'm
She
saying?
let them
G?
old fly.
Boy,
Hey, that nigga said McNuckles.
listen, man, do
Damn,
not
gosh.
go in there mess with old Yasmin at McDonald's.
You
You
picked the wrong. Hey, look. You know how like on Coming to America, my man robbed the wrong goddamn McDonald's.
Yeah.
Shit, but Jasmine wasn't shit to play with, boy.
Yeah, no.
Jasmine had them hands.
She did.
My man rethought what he did.
Right. I don't even understand as to why he would do such a thing.
Ketchup.
My problem.
Yeah, he was mad about
No,
something.
straws.
It was straws.
Straws. Mad at straws. However, you don't put your hands on anybody.
A black woman,
A
especially.
black woman.
Yeah, man.
But
Especially
it's
if
all
she got
good
hands.
because guess what? Old Yasmin, I should say. You remember I said she was a former employee. She is now suing
McDonald's, because they fired her for that.
I don't think they fired her.
No, I saw today.
No, she
I
was
saw
on
today.
leave.
She on leave. She on leave. She on leave.
For what, though?
But I
But
just
I mean, just
The McDonald's
nobody
because
they allowed it to happen.
I saw her
Same thing.
interview. Did you see her?
I didn't see the interview.
What
I saw the
on
caption.
her interview, she said that I saw the interview. I saw it live. She said that, you know what I'm saying, which makes sense. When he grabbed me, I don't know what he finna do. I don't know if he about to pull out a
Grab me?
gun.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if he finna pull out a knife and stab me. I just was scared, and so I reacted, and I just punched him. You know what I'm saying? And I just tried to defend myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
defended.
true because if I'm like you mad about a straw, you fussing me, and then you reach over the counter and grab me, I don't know what you're doing. But what I will want to say, and I'm glad you brought this up, is it was a lot of men just standing around
in there.
Yeah, about
and,
3-4
I'm not going to pass judgment on them because I didn't see a vantage point. I don't know.
Pussy.
They might have thought that was a gun or something too.
Pussy.
But I'm gonna tell you what I would have did right there when old Jasmine went to work. I would have hit him with a right hook too.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
You gotta go.
And that's the thing.
get
Hey,
back
let
up.
her go.
That was my
at least throw some grease on his ass or some shit.
That actually was my question. What are you doing in that situation?
Man,
I'm gonna throw me a couple.
I'm-
Hey,
I'm-
I'm gonna laugh at him. Jasmine just hit you with a few, but then I'm gonna hit him with 1, 2, bang, back up, nigga.
If you don't let Jasmine go,
Yeah.
Bang, back up.
Jasmine, I'm sorry.
Man,
What you doing, Joe?
pulling his ass outside. Goddamn, pulling his ass over that counter. Grabbed the shit out of his ass. It was about 3-4 niggas. One of them was a good size.
Even though
But also I will say that shit probably happened so quick.
Nah.
Niggas could be shot.
think about this.
They
It
was
was
shot.
time enough for somebody to have a phone or record.
To be fair.
I don't know if it was a woman,
But also
but
after,
it had to have
Yeah,
been going
like
on for
after
a
the
second.
initial grab, he did nothing else.
Right.
She just went.
I was gonna say
she
that.
had.
Like, if he'd have
he
did
had
anything
time to
else,
think about
he
nothing.
couldn't do nothing.
I know,
Yasmin gave him a quick
I know.
two.
She hit him with the hand.
Man, she was doing them things.
Right. So like,
And talking shit while doing it.
So
That's
initially, I
Let me
wouldn't.
go.
Let me go. Yeah, it's like that.
Right. Like after the initial reach, he wasn't doing anything else.
He shouldn't have.
So I get it why nobody. I can get it. Me personally, I'd have jabbed him, but I can get why somebody else didn't do anything because he wasn't doing.
Yeah, but
anything else.
he wasn't. But he still kind of like
initially.
Right.
Yeah, no. When he grabbed her, she was hitting him.
Right.
He still kind of had her
Because he snatched
he was
the
still
knot in
wrapped up
her
with
ass,
her.
bro. He grabbed her.
that dumbass nigga like punishment because he
I'd have
was
been like,
holding
for
on
real.
to the chick
That's
that's
what I'm
punching
saying.
the fuck out of him.
That's
Right,
exactly what
And
I
if you don't let her ass go,
I'd have been rooting
beating
for
your ass.
Whip his ass. Hit him again. One more time. Throw a couple shots.
Yeah. I'm
Salute
stole
to
me a
Yasmin,
couple of
man.
chicken
Shout
nuggets.
out Yasmin.
Oh,
Hold
You know
on,
what I'm
get the
saying?
bag.
I hate that.
You gonna get the
but it
bag.
grabbed you like that. But she handled her.
You handle yourself
But,
properly.
She when that man grabbed her, she got down locked the dope.
Exactly. Look into UFC.
And
I don't think
No
Yasmin
goddamn
took too many
game.
L's in school.
I'm sorry. I had to borrow your
the
shit.
dope.
She locked the door with that.
I don't
thing.
think she took too many
I'm gonna
L's in
tell you
school,
what
bro.
she didn't do. Take her ass whooping
Hey.
that day.
Hell no.
Nah, Yasmin wasn't playing.
But I did see the day that she's suing McDonald's because they say it's not a safe work environment. Because like we saw that a couple of times.
Yeah, it's not. Like, nigga, I done seen a nigga then jump over the counter and eat some fingers from the background. What you supposed to do? I done seen
Hey, but
nigga
you know
just
what's
jump over
great?
there and
And I
eat
meant
some
to
shit.
say that in the group, and I hate it because I hate to come out now and say it. But I knew that she was gonna sue McDonald's. Like I just knew that was gonna happen. I don't know how I knew
Why?
because I know how times is now.
Yeah,
Like,
get paid. But
like, and it ain't get paid. It's just that like when you see something like that happens, it's everybody's fault. It's 3, 4, 5 different entities' fault.
When it's
It's gonna
nobody
be
but
McDonald's.
that
It might be the
person's
people who made the straws for McDonald's. Like they go down the list.
fault. Really, just that
Honestly-
white man fault. Really.
honestly, I don't see how she's gonna win that. 'cause
I think
they
she
didn't-
will. I think they'll pay her just to
she
be
gonna do
quiet and go away.
maybe a settlement, and hopefully they do.
But
But
she got good lawyers.
Like
They
fuck
gonna get
around and see
something.
security guards at McDonald's. You know, you just never
They
know.
damn sure have no security.
Yeah,
If
just
it goes
when the
to
lady,
trial,
when the
she's
lady
not with it.
when the lady sued for
Hot coffee. Yeah.
that's why you got the hot caution hot.
that was
signs
because
around
something
the
they
top.
did. Tell me, what does McDonald do to cause an
But you know
unsafe work
coffee's
environment?
hot. You know coffee's
You ain't
hot.
tell me it's hot.
Grab your
You know it's
damn
hot.
Right,
food
so
over
now
the
I
counter.
did.
That's
Just like
negligence.
It's not.
Okay, so
you bought hot
now
coffee.
It's the
It's
same
not
thing with
negligence.
this. You didn't tell me that a burglar could come in here and rob me, or you
Right.
didn't tell me that a man could come in here and grab me.
So,
Like
so,
you buying coffee and it falling on you is not my fault. You didn't know it was hot.
so that means
the only reason you bought
so
it.
that means any cashier can sue if somebody hits them.
All I'm
Unless
saying
they
is,
put a big wall up that bitch, yes, probably. Or
What I was
security.
saying-
There's training.
You can't do
they
that.
give you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure they.
all I was
I
saying
didn't think
was
you could
this
sue
is
for
not
hot coffee.
uncommon to see. I
Right.
don't know why we shocked us.
Hopefully she gets paid, but hopefully it's a settlement. Because if you go to trial, I don't see her winning.
She win, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what
That's what I'm
that
saying.
settlement gonna look
She
like?
making
Oh
$8,000.
yeah, oh
right
millions.
Man, them lawyers
Millions.
got them
McDonald's.
lawyers got pinpoint.
Right.
And if you don't meet them pinpoints,
One
they're
punch,
not settling
one
nothing.
grab.
Right.
No, I'm saying?
Hey, Yasmin, you might not listen, but
Get paid, young woman, get paid.
yeah, but just don't pick the black guy. What's the black guy?
The Florida
Trump.
Trump.
Just
Al
don't pick him.
Sharpton.
It rhymes with Trump. Get away.
You're definitely gonna lose if you pick him.
Al Sharpton Jr.
My man, 0 for 8 and stay on TV.
I have a list. List for y'all. I want to talk about the Ebro of the music section. I'm sorry. We have a list of new music coming out that's projected, that's been confirmed to come out in 2019. I don't know if you care about all these artists, but there's a few that's been confirmed. Kendrick Lamar, Post Malone, The Weeknd, Bryson Tiller, Lil Uzi, Drake, Schoolboy, Absol, Offset, Future. But the rest you probably don't care about.
Go, I'm gonna answer that, but go one. I'm gonna answer one by one, but repeat them.
Kendrick Lamar.
No, trash. I only put out one good
I
album.
look forward to a Kendrick Lamar album.
Me too.
Music.
He's only put out one good album.
You crazy.
That's your
But
opinion.
that's your opinion.
All right, go ahead.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
You care or don't care?
Cool.
uh,
I shall let someone else speak.
go ahead.
What
and
I
answer.
said?
Darth Vader.
I should let someone else speak.
No,
I mean, no. Let me stop.
I will
fucking
defer.
around. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, he's a great rapper. I told y'all before. I think he's dope artist, lyrically wise, but I'm not waiting for Kendrick Lamar.
He doesn't move the needle. I'm definitely gonna listen. He doesn't move the needle, and like I said, he's put out 2 subpar albums.
I know we don't care about Post Malone. I'm gonna skip that. The Weeknd.
I'm not even listening to Post Malone. The Weeknd,
I definitely listen to The Weeknd.
Yeah, The Weeknd.
I'm a listen, but I'm not.
Weeknd give you that good music to
I
ride.
like The Weeknd, man. It's
ride
good
to
vibe,
and, you know what I'm saying,
relax,
vibe
chill.
out.
Weeknd has let me
Shit,
down
shit.
since House of Balloons. I'm not gonna even hold you up. Since that little trilogy,
The
he's let
trilogy
me
was
down.
dope. The other 2 after that was subpar, but it's still something I can listen. Weekend?
Yeah,
Saturday.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna
Today Saturday.
I'm gonna check it out.
Bryson Tiller. Anybody care about Bryson Tiller?
I'm gonna check it out.
Bryson Tiller's trash, and the album that y'all like wasn't that good.
Tell you what,
Talk for me, Todd.
Tell you what I'm not gonna do.
Listen to it. In Todd Darth Vader voice. Nah, I mean, Bryson Tiller, like, I like that first little shit before he got hot. And then I don't think I listened to him since. He dropped another album. I didn't listen to one song on that bitch. So no need to start now.
And
It ain't not being fun. I ain't saying that he ain't live. It don't move me to go push the button.
and a side note, if Tory Lanez drop in 2019, that shit ain't gonna be good neither.
I ain't listened to him in so long.
No, man, that nigga's not good.
I listen to her.
I hadn't listened to him in a minute. I think, and it ain't because they're bad artists. I've learned now that I just like certain different people. I'm checking for certain different people. And certain different people, I've listened to their projects before, and then it's cool. Like, I don't have to do that again. Like a cruise. I've been on a cruise, and I don't have to really go on that again. It was great. It was I had fun. It was a good time, but I don't have to do that again.
Makes sense.
Right.
Anybody y'all want to hear?
Rick Ross, bro.
Yes, Ross.
I think
Ross.
that's a unanimous
Ross.
decision.
Rick Ross,
and I think he here.
Already.
That nigga,
Please,
I'm gonna tell you
will
what he
you?
probably do. That nigga got the orchestra from Europe or somewhere. They playing each individual key. That
It's
nigga
gonna be 3 white
all
girls
kind
saying
of
Maybach
chords.
music.
Man, that nigga doing something spectacular, and I
better
know
be.
it got to be good. Like, and this is a scary part. Ross waiting so long that like he's making it where it has to be miraculous.
It has to be.
Man, if he come with some bullshit, man, Ross, he gonna disappoint a lot of people.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Has there been, in your opinion,
That's my point.
I have never heard a bad Ross
a
album.
bad
Listen,
Ross
okay,
album?
great.
Not one.
I've never heard a bad Ross
Me
album.
neither.
But we've never waited this long for a Ross album.
This is
Not
true.
everybody is anticipating. It's
This
gonna be
much.
like when you anticipate
Has
shit
to
for
be
so
immaculate.
long, it has to be like the best thing you ever heard.
Has there been any albums that's lived up to that? They made you
It'd
wait
be
so
so
long.
hard.
And
It'd be so
It'd be
hard.
good.
It'd be so hard.
I'm really trying to think of one.
I can't think of any that
That had-
has made me wait that long. And
We
it's been
still
good.
waiting on the Mercedes album from No Limit. Like, damn,
I'm sick of this pink bathing suit.
Hey,
Should've had that pink bathing
He
suit.
goddamn put Charlamagne in.
Hey, talk about.
Better watch yourself on my Mercedes. Guy.
Yeah, but
Not
like, no, I'm
Mercedes.
just saying, like, when you build up a height so much, I can't think of one that we waited and build up, and then it was, and I know maybe we just not thinking of something, but
I think
I think
Ross.
that's why niggas sneak it drop shit now.
Right.
I think Ross has always lived to the expectations. Besides
I think he'll sell
black
more.
presidents. Besides that, he's always lived up to expectations.
I like Black President because I think that isn't that when he got with Jeezy for the first time?
Probably. His
And they
worst
settled
album.
their beef.
Well, is
No,
his
that
worst album.
was that the song with War Ready was when they finally came back together. Or what that was on.
I can't remember.
I know for a fact War Ready was the song with Tracy. War Ready.
I just know it wasn't a bad product.
Jeezy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
That's
don't think,
all. I don't think it was at least.
I think all of his projects have been great. Like, not a bad album.
The only thing I will
Okay,
say,
but
this
I'm
catalog.
grading him on him, and Black President has to be your worst Ross album.
what's that album? Black President was a song. What's that?
The one before last, I want to say.
Look it up.
Stock knows. Stock liked this album.
I liked all his albums.
Yeah,
Teflon Don,
Better.
Pirates. What's the Pirates? Something with the
Was
Black
Color
Pirates.
Money her album? Or was that just a song?
That was just a song. Color Money. No, that's just a
Yeah,
song.
Color Money was on.
That's what happened.
We like.
Hey, Color Money is what happened to Plies. He got slammed on stage. Nigga yelled Color Money and slammed Plies. Color Money.
But
And Ross made a song about it.
I'm ready for
Which
Ross.
one you said?
God, some with God. What's
Black President.
the title with
I
God? in it?
don't.
Oh, it's
That-
Black Market.
That ain't
Black
what.
Market. I'm sorry.
Black Market
Man, you don't
was
like
what-
Black Market?
I think it's his worst album. Me and
No,
Stock had this discussion.
And as he was listening, he was like, "Oh, I forgot about this."
Yeah, it's a lot of songs. like
It's
that.
a good album.
It
That
is.
shit's solid.
But you do have to pick. You do
I
have to
will
pick a
tell.
worse. You do have
I
to pick
will.
a worse,
I
but
will
none of them are
admit
bad.
that Stock made me see that it was a good album, but it's still his worst album.
But it's not a bad album.
True.
Something has to be your worst.
Right.
Is it bad?
Like Drake.
But is it bad though?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
not
bad,
bad.
but compared to what he does, is bad.
Every last
That nigga
Ross
shit is
album, I've never been like, I
consistently
don't like this Ross.
Lied up.
Yeah,
For real.
All of them
bro.
hoes groovy.
But
I like all that nigga shit.
off that list, I always ready for a Drake project. I would hope that Wayne drops 2019. New music.
yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Right.
Nipsey put out his last album early
I
2018.
think Nipsey should wait though.
So you're on the
Yes.
2-year thing.
Nipsey,
Yeah,
no,
for
for
Nipsey-
Nipsey, 2
for
years,
Nipsey- for
but I
Nipsey-
just think Nipsey can come back
Later,
like
later.
June.
Yeah, like later.
Give us some summertime California.
But
He already
I
dropped
mean, still 2019.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, don't come at the top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Let us sit on that because
Right.
you gave us some good body of work. It was
Yeah,
good.
so.
What's my man that was beefing with Drake? The twin, not the twin, the brother.
Walker, Sauce Walker.
No,
Pusha.
Pusha.
Oh.
Pusha doesn't have to drop. Like he could be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was his last album for this one? Though? It was a long.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah,
It was probably
yeah.
about 2
That's
years.
just his norm.
Right.
I want to hit his Nas album that Nas said he's been working on with Swiss Beats. I wouldn't mind it.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Illmatic is my favorite Nas album, and it's not even close.
Illmatic?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Stillmatic. Stillmatic.
Like,
My
you really-
favorite Nas album, and it's not even close. I'm not really checking for Nas like that. So
if he drops something,
I'm definitely gonna listen.
Right.
Yeah. Still, that's one of those artists you have to listen to.
Absolutely.
But even though I've been talking shit about him, Future isn't quiet. I mean, Future has been real quiet 2018.
Well, he dropped something with some. Who did he drop with this year?
See what you just said? He dropped something with some.
Like
it didn't make a splash.
The Dope Head album, the Pill Pop album, whatever that was. I thought
that's all of them.
Well, I don't know. Fuck that.
Right.
All right, fellas. We're gonna get a little controversial. I think this is gonna, not by choice, I just think by nature it's gonna be controversial. We have a weekly topic.
I think we're gonna have the same opinion. I don't even know what the topic is, but go ahead.
You know what it is. Relationships, again, who chooses? Is it men? Like, as far as relationships, the ultimate ending of relationships, as far as getting married, who chooses? Is it men or women? Think the woman chooses you, who she wants to be with, or the man chooses, hey, this is who I want to be with. This is final. Let's go.
I think I will let someone else speak.
Defer, goddammit. Defer. So that means Todd has to answer.
That's the
So it can't get right.
So I think a woman can choose you and wholeheartedly want to be with you, but if you're not in that space at the time, then it's not going to work. But when a man is in that space, whether at what age, it can work. Because at the end of the day, women want that. I'm not saying they needy or just need that. Like, no, you want to be with somebody. It's cool. It's what you've been told to do. Mm-hmm. So when a man says, hey, this the one I'm going to stop fucking up about. This the one I'm going to do right about. This the one I'm going to do all this stuff that you don't want to do.
I'm going to fuck up a little bit less with her.
Right.
Well,
because everybody going to fuck up. But like, I ain't going to like just go out the window with it. So I'm just going to, fuck up a little less. Because when I met Courtney, I was like, all right, well, shit, let me put a little extra effort to her because, shit, I think this might be the one. So I chose her. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going out for because I ain't had no relationships before that. So
I think it's a tough answer, man. I think it has to be both. It has to be the man that's ready to settle down. But I do feel like women, for the most part, are always ready to settle down. Do they always settle down in the right situations? I don't think so. But they both have to be ready to settle down. I think women are more ready to settle down than men. Therefore, I think that men is the one who ultimately says, yes, I'm ready to chill and relax, and this is what I want to do.
And I think with women, when you say women are always...
women, I don't know.
Yeah. We just saying our thoughts, man. This is our platform. I don't see no women around this motherfucker, so shit. Hey, sorry, shit. Start a podcast and rebel against us.
Let us know, goddamn.
I'm sorry, shit.
At the Dummies.
I'm sorry, we can't think like women, goddamn. We don't have that ability, motherfucker.
You probably wouldn't want us.
Sick of that shit. Y'all just said that women, hey, sue us, goddamn. 4 motherfucking niggas up there. But nah, I just think that with women, like, when you say that women be ready, I just think women mature a little faster than men. We know that. That's not news. If you want to debate me, women, fucking debate me. But women mature a little faster than men. I think for men, we have to figure it out a little more. We got to take a little bit more lumps. We do stupid shit for a little bit longer. I think like what Hootie said, I think ultimately it do boil down to 2 people choosing. I think sometimes that it's still kind of like a man has to be in that space and have to be ready to receive it to be able to do it because by and large, that man has to be the one to pop that question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You should be the one. I've been seeing some of this new age shit where
it's rare.
A woman get down.
Right.
I promise if a woman get down, I'm going to have to shoot the cat. Get your ass up. Don't that would be embarrassing to me.
Right. As a man.
Yeah, I done seen some niggas sit there and like, you gonna hold, like think about holding your little
Am I supposed to cry?
No, but think about it. Like, you want to hold your finger at like that? Like, nigga, if you don't get your ass away from that.
Yes. Do you cry?
And she done bought you a ring before.
You know how they put their little hand in their face for 3 hours. Like, what you do as a nigga if a woman proposed to you? If you don't get your ass up. But I don't know. So many variables go into it, man. Like, it's not like a blueprint that say this is right, this is wrong. The man choose, woman choose. It's so much that go into it, and we see that all the time.
Right. So,
man, it's all about time because it's people that, you know what I'm saying, you think like, oh, yeah, we could have maybe vibed with, but shit, I was 21, 22. I'm trying to goddamn knock everything down moving.
And I remember, and this is not my words. Baron will remember this. I remember me and Baron was shooting a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Mark's Media. You know what I'm saying? We was shooting a wedding in the Gump. And an old school got on the elevator with her. He was like 65. He said he had been married like 27 years and stuff. And Buddy said to us, he was like, man, this is what he said. Now, he said, most men never marry the first person they choose to marry. You know what I'm saying? Like the first person they were supposed to marry or destined to marry, they fuck it up. Probably because they was immature or not ready. You know what I'm saying? Or they wasn't in the right space. So that one person who they were supposed to, once they figure it out, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up maturing, and then they end up getting the person they was, that they was designed to get because they're mature and they ready. But he was just saying that first person that they was designed to get or who they should have probably been with, they wasn't ready to get. That's not my words. It's just a story that old man told me, goddamn. So I'm like, what's your first choice?
Old nigga on the elevator. Old niggas give wisdom too, goddamn. I remember one time my stepfather was like, shit.
Man, old man live life, bro. Like like I tell Jordan, like Todd say, nigga, I tell Jordan, nigga, I've been 12. You ain't never been 34.
Right. Okay.
Them niggas are 65. You ain't never been 65, so you don't know what they say.
But this is my reason for that, because I only went ring shopping with one woman. Like, not even lying. Like I only went ring shopping. I only thought about getting a ring for one woman.
Yeah.
So, and then, like, it's been women I like to play with, like how our kids gonna be, like shit like that. But no, I only did the D's one time.
And just saying that, you acting like, just for a second, you acting like the people who we say give feedback about the podcast. Nigga, we not saying all niggas do that. We just saying like he's saying in general, like a lot of men do that. That don't mean that all niggas do that.
Right.
You, me, whoever. It might have been like the first person. You know what I'm saying? But he just saying in general.
Like the first, at 18, you probably met your wife
and
at 18.
Honestly, I know a lot of people who that shit happened to.
And honestly, man, in my opinion, I think it's the male. Because think about this. I mean, if you want to go biblically, in the Bible, the man took.
I don't want to go
biblically. I ain't saying go biblically, dog. I'm just saying, though.
No. Go ahead.
It says in the Bible that
who the mic don't catch on fire.
I'm over here burning up, guys. My feet
whole sweat going up.
You remember Vampire Brooklyn? Who is hot in here?
Preacher Paulie, goddamn.
Who they gonna be out there be hot?
Like over this bitch like Preacher Paulie, goddamn.
Preacher Paulie.
I don't give a damn.
Hey, look, fuck that.
But keep going.
Woman was created from man. All right, so ultimately, yes, a guy is supposed to. The guy asked the woman, "Hey, will you marry me?" Mm-hmm. So I feel as though yes, it's the man's decision. Now, ultimately, the woman has to agree or not. Now, we all been in the situation where we were dating our significant others, and we knew whether or not they're gonna be Mrs. whoever, you know what I'm saying, at this table. So at the end of the day, man, a need was created for me. So yeah, I had to ask.
I feel you. I had to ask too. I'm glad, but I'm glad I met my wife when I met her, because at 21, if I'd have met her, it'd probably been a different story.
Right.
I'm sure it'd have been a different story.
Because
I would have did when I did at 25 or something when I met her. Shit.
Because stock to tell you, I actually was at my wife's house 4 or 5 years before I met her. And she had a picture up that's still over here to this day of herself. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
That nigga said, man, who the fuck house this is? That person right on that big ass picture on the wall.
Who the fuck have a picture that it was 4 pictures? Who the fuck had a picture
that shit on Boomerang when she had that big ass picture?
Big ass.
And then
she was up that bit real big.
If I would have met her at her house, drunk, the old me, we would have got to arguing. She probably would have hated me. Yeah. But I met her on different terms. And
you were sober? Or not at her house?
Not at her house.
God, and I was sober at my house.
Yeah, I get it. But
no, our first conversations, I was still sober.
He wasn't looking at the picture.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was her till I saw the picture.
Again.
Yeah, again, because I went over her house after we was talking for a second.
Oh, that's you with the big ass.
I was like, God damn it, that's your conceited ass. But it was already too late then. So
you did, huh?
yeah. So that's why I'm like, yeah.
We love y'all women, but we pick us.
But like Todd said, Todd bring up an interesting point, which, and I think you said it too. It's kind of both, because we can drop to that knee and niggas then got told no.
That's why I was gonna ask y'all, like,
But if I get told no, that's it. We don't go together no more. We don't. I don't even want to look at you. You tell me, motherfucking no.
No.
Hell no.
Hey,
No.
Do you try it again if you ever told no?
Hell
no.
That is
No.
it.
Not with the same person, a different person.
No. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's gonna be
have
tough.
PTSD for
It's gonna be tough, goddamn.
but
I remember the last time I tried this shit. Shit
Ain't
didn't
work
work
out.
plan.
But
I thought she liked me.
my thing is, why would you ever ask if you don't know for certain? Like, literally, probably all the times they told you that, hey, this is what they want.
Maybe you think for certain. I don't know.
I mean, because again, I don't think there's one blueprint. There's so many. There's millions of scenarios, my nigga. Like it could be so many different things. That man could think that he doing right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he could be feeling like he could have waited 3 years and she been asking for it, and then finally he come around to doing it and she feel like, nah, nigga, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different reasons why a woman could tell your ass no.
Man,
And you know how many times
I was
walking around that
nervous.
bitch thinking that everything is fine and
it don't be.
that, hell yeah.
But we always what's wrong with you?
Monday,
Nothing.
Monday,
Nothing.
goddamn.
Man, that's a motherfucker.
Nigga, that nothing got 17.
Well, I wanted
things
Yeah,
attached to
Well,
that list.
earlier I wanted to talk to you about this, but come on, man. Earlier I asked you, you said nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, that go with women.
When you was asleep, I wanted to talk, and I walked in to get ready to touch you.
I forgot,
but you
though.
was asleep, and that made me mad.
Nah,
The fuck?
Man, but
that made me mad.
yeah, but it wasn't a doubt in my mind that it wasn't gonna be.
It wouldn't have died in my mind either. I knew.
Nigga, you asked at the courthouse. Of course, it wasn't gonna be.
No, I didn't. We got married
I
at
was
the
just
courthouse.
bullshitting.
I asked,
I'm just
I asked at
playing,
my
bro.
mama house. I asked her mama,
That
goddamn.
nigga that answer he got to the
at the courthouse real quick.
Meet me over. Nigga try to treat me like hey, and that's the thing.
Yes.
Nigga try to treat me like I'm R. Kelly. Did y'all? That's what I. Another thing I
Oh, how
learned.
do you put those two
Listen,
together?
I'm gonna tell you. The R. Kelly wife said she showed up and didn't know she was getting married. She showed up. It was in
Oh,
Colorado.
see, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
yet.
see,
Okay.
she showed up in Colorado. And he was like, he had a whole
All right,
wedding
hold it.
together.
Just fuck over my show.
No, that's not. That was a good. That nigga said, that nigga, he asked at the goddamn car.
Duh.
Will you marry me?
She knew why she was here.
guess so, goddamn.
Hey, I asked her mama.
You gonna marry me, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go by my wedding? You gonna go by my wedding? Shit.
I guess so. I'm already him.
I asked her mama. We was going to eat. It was nighttime in the parking lot, nigga. I asked her mama, "Can I marry your daughter?" She was like, "Yeah, let me see the ring." I opened that bitch and nigga, the ring fell in a dark parking lot, nigga. A dark parking lot. I was so nervous. I was looking around that bitch for 5 minutes. Her mama the one who found it. And she was like, "I ain't even got my glasses," but I'd have never found that bitch.
So did you ask if Grace was gonna make a marriage with you?
What you mean?
Make a marriage.
Oh,
I don't know.
like make groceries, nigga.
No, she's not gonna make.
You gonna make marriage with me?
You gonna make marriage with me, yeah?
Nah, that's different.
We gonna get in trouble. Shawty gonna get you, goddamn. Shout out to her for listening. But I ain't fucking with y'all, nigga, man. With that. Y'all New Orleans folk, but y'all just got a weird way of speaking. But
We got a way with words. We got a way with words.
Yeah, we fuck with y'all. I want to touch on political news, man. I get tired of politics. Y'all know, like, I love politics, but I get tired of this shit. And I have to take time off. But we seeing that the furlough or the shutdown, man, is in day number 14 or 15.
Crazy.
There was a lot of people that wasn't affected by it. Some different agencies already had their budget passed where their funding was set for the year, and they're good to go. But there's other agencies like the TSA, air traffic control, the people who,
Treasury.
getting treasury. It's a lot of different people that's been affected by it, man. And we see that Trump said that he was kind of prepared to go another year if need be. You know what I'm saying? He said that he's digging in. Democrats are saying that they digging in, which I kind of understand, not to be biased, but I understand the positions of Democrats. You you ran around the country. You have
They're gonna pay
politics.
for it.
You've told that Mexico was paying for this particular wall, and then you turn around and asking
Give me $5
taxpayers
billion.
to pay for the wall. You know what I'm saying? You're going against everything that you campaign with. But I brought up this story because we saw that hundreds of TSA screeners that are working without pay have started calling in sick. It's day number 14. A lot of them, the people who protect, the airports and who screen you and make sure that you don't have, shit going on the plane and, keep us safe, are calling in sick because maybe they are sick. I'm going to say that they're sick. But I want to say that maybe they're sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
That's
shit.
They
the
sick of the
sick
shit.
man. That's
And the
exact
people,
sick.
I mean, think about it. After 14 days, that's 2 checks that you haven't getting paid. Maybe the people have to call in sick. Maybe they don't have
They gotta
money.
go do something.
Let's go real. Maybe they don't have gas to put in their car. You know what I'm saying? To get 20 minutes or 15 minutes to get the...
Maybe they drive an hour. Y'all drive a little bit away.
Maybe they
so
have to
y'all-
catch Uber. Maybe they have to catch public transit to get there, and they don't have any money.
Maybe can't afford to go to work.
And meanwhile, we see
That's
that
crazy. You can't
Trump,
afford to go to work.
that's crazy.
crazy.
Man, I known people who've gotten furloughed before. And I remember when they got furloughed, they needed to go to work. It was almost about 14 days. They missed a check and a half almost like.
And it was
And
mandatory.
they needed to go to work, and it was kind of like, shit, man, like, I got to start putting gas on. And I remember work production for those people that they was talking about. They
Declined,
expressed
big
how
time.
work production declined. So
Yeah.
I know
It's
I'm
gonna
going
decline.
on and
You
on
can
and on,
pass
but
out.
I just want to point the picture that there's a lot of people in this country right now, whether Democrat or Republican, that may have voted for Trump, that are out of work. While we sitting around talking about all of this different shit, man, I want to think about those people, and I want to shed light too on the TSA people who, are calling out. Man, y'all seen any of this shit? Do y'all have any thoughts about what's going on?
I seen it. I'm both sides on it because it's also affecting people food stamps. We call it food stamps in Alabama.
Glad you said that.
It's snaps or whatever. Government assistance to get your food, whatever you call in your state.
Tax returns affected.
I got a
tax
question.
returns
What you
are
mean by you see both sides? Like, what you say?
Because I want people to come out and vote. I don't want anybody hurt. I don't want anybody missing meals. But I want this to affect people
Wake up.
enough to wake up and vote.
You got you.
So
That's a good
it's
point.
both. I don't want food taking out people's mouths, but I want people to come out and vote.
That's a great point, man. Because that point is so good because it's so many people who still to this day, no matter what you say, they say, I ain't going to vote. And you let other people
Because they're
decide that shit
comfortable.
for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you go, it's the lesser of two evils. So I'm not gonna vote for Hillary or this person. And then you see, I guarantee whether who you ever want to vote for or not, if Hillary Clinton was your choice, I guarantee
This
whatever
wouldn't be
your
going on.
reason,
This
this
shit ain't
wouldn't be the case right now.
Right.
A
You know what
lot
I'm
of shit
saying?
would be going on.
Yeah,
Because she
man.
didn't want a wall. A wall, my nigga, that somebody else
Shit
is
is
going to pay for.
unimportant, bro.
That they're not paying for.
And think about this for a second. I know a lot of people might hear this shit and they may not understand the wall and all this shit that Trump talking about. But do y'all know the bulk of people who come in here and don't leave fly? They get on an airplane and say, hey, I'm going on a trip to Mexico. They have a to
Passport.
America.
yeah.
They have a passport.
Yeah.
They have all that shit. They come in here and then they just don't go back.
Leave, right.
They don't leave.
They get hit in a
You know
legal.
what I'm saying?
They get hit
So
in a
you're gonna build a $5, $6, $7, $10 billion wall that costs millions of dollars,
Billions.
2, 3, 400. No, I'm talking about 2, 3, 400 million to maintain.
Okay.
Once you build it, and then for them to just go to your
Take a
local
point.
airport, just
I'll
walk
fly
out
you.
with their bags.
Look at that little wall.
Yeah, that's. I mean, at
The
this
Wall
point,
is so neat from up here.
yeah, at this
500,000
point,
feet.
I do
I can see it
understand
from
that
space,
this is.
but it doesn't work.
I do understand that this is a country. A country should have border protection. It should have integrity on what's the border. Any and everybody can't just walk in. Just like anybody and everybody can't walk into your house. They need to ring the doorbell. They need to knock on the door.
Right.
You need to allow whoever you allow in. But at the same time, like, there needs to be new age technology or new age ways to combat what we're doing. If they're just coming in on a plane and just staying,
There has to be a
what the
cheaper
fuck
way.
are we doing with a wall? That's crazy.
I mean,
Not only, and then the last point that I had with that wall, also that wall, just imagine if you have land, you have acres of land.
Right.
To build that wall, you have to commandeer land from people who own this
who own
land,
that
who may
wall.
have had
So
it for
that's moment.
generations. Not only
A lot
that,
of
on the
moment.
outside of the wall that's on the side that's not America, you're giving away land. Like, here, I guess Mexico, you just have that because that's American land, but we're not claiming it once we put the wall up. So there's just some shit
because Mexico's paying for it, so it's theirs.
Bro.
No, but they're not.
Wall up,
I know, just allegedly.
A wall.
Allegedly. I mean, it's crazy, man. Seeing people with these furloughs, and I get it why they are calling in for saying they're sick. I've been through it, so I'm not scared to say it. I've experienced it. I know how it goes. I know how it feels like just you as a person. Like, I'm here and I know I'm not going to get paid. I know I'm not going to work. I know I'm not going to do shit. And so production declines from 100 to 5%. And it's crazy that 95% of people with over the food stamp offices aren't getting paid. Do you know how many people that's going to affect?
So, yeah, but
95%.
But I work with people that work for the government. I don't work for the government per se. And a man today, I was talking to a man today, he was like, man, can you tell Trump and Pelosi to figure it out so I can get back to work? Mm-hmm. And I know other people that work for the government that it really hasn't affected yet. So I'm thinking it's just, a political thing. It's not really affecting people's lives, but it's people that really hasn't been to work yet. So, you know what I'm saying? I just thought that was just crazy that, like, I didn't know that it's really people, like, out here not working.
Yeah. Like, and it's in important places like the TSA, man. Like, think about how much contraband, illegal immigrants.
If you want to do something to the airports, what would be the best time to do it?
Right now.
When nobody's at work.
I hope this.
Hey, well, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong and I may be tripping because I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Border Patrol for the United States. That's a government job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they?
Well,
it affects the Border Patrol as well.
Does it affect them? That's what
a percentage of
it can.
Yes.
Because look, here's how it's supposed to work, right? If you're furloughed, if you're deemed an essential employee, if you're deemed to be an employee that your job is a must need, then you're deemed to come to work. And you may not get paid, but you have to come to work and do your job because there's other people that need whatever service you're providing.
Right.
So
even if it's changing the address,
hell yeah, that shit could be that shit's crazy.
Damn.
Figure it out, man. Ultimately, do y'all think what do y'all think the outcome's gonna be? I think it has to be no wall. Me personally, no wall, and get these people. Work.
I really don't think
it could be possible.
I don't see nobody. Work. I don't see any. I don't know how it's gonna end because.
Will he give in?
Now he's proven that he's with the shits.
Yeah.
Now that's the hard part. You can say what you want, but that nigga there has proven that he's with the shits.
Right.
And he don't care. And like he said in campaign, I could go shoot somebody and nothing will happen. Right. You know what I'm saying?
If he can
he's
say
with
that,
the shits.
If he can say that,
he don't care.
He could say.
So if he can dig in and stay high, I think he waiting to see what they gonna do. And they've said that they're not digging it. So I don't know, man. This may last.
I think shit gonna get bad, but I think it's gonna end up with him being impeached. Because I was watching my random YouTube, and it was
was it some conspiracy theory type shit?
No, it was a commercial.
I'm serious.
No, it was a commercial from a congressman, and he was saying, "Hey, we're trying to impeach him. He's had 9."
I've seen it out there, but I don't know. I haven't seen it enough. I've seen 2-3 people say something.
But I mean,
but it's not enough.
It's going to start getting worse and worse. And a couple of Republicans has came out that we've said in a group message that, hey, I'm not with that shit neither. Gotcha. Few Republicans, all the Democrats, get his ass out of there.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to go hungry, but I want him out of there. So it's kind of like, damn, how bad do you want it to get? Because if it get so bad, then we'll get what we want. Gotcha. But a lot of people going to be hurt.
I'm not a big proponent for people losing their jobs, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think ultimately we're at that point where people are going to get hurt no matter what happens. It's that way.
But people are getting hurt for him being in there. Exactly. So people are dying.
And that's exactly why I say it's for that simple.
Yeah.
Moving on into the weekly picks. Number 4. We see Clemson and Alabama are lining up on the field to play again for the College Football National Championship. They're playing in Levi Stadium out in San Francisco, California. This is the 4th time that they've faced off. We've been talking, I mean, since the beginning of this podcast, I think we've kind of been saying that All roads kind of led to Clemson and Alabama. You know, we didn't know who would be some surprises or some shockers. But Clemson and Alabama are going to square off again. Trevor Lawrence versus Tua. You know, it's been said here on this podcast that the whole reason for moving Brian out for Lawrence was to get in position for Alabama. I know that was said here. Clemson dismantled Notre Dame. Alabama, pretty much kind of, they did their way with Oklahoma. Oklahoma made a run, but it was comfortable. They showed why they were Alabama. These two teams have been dominant all year. They're led by great coaches. The talent is pretty much even on both sides. They're kind of mirror images of one another. They've set themselves apart. These programs have set themselves apart from the rest of the country. So, having said that, Clemson and Alabama, who y'all going with Monday night for the national championship?
I think this Alabama team is one of the best college football teams I've seen. It's up there with the 2001 Miami? Was that Miami?
Miami.
Yeah, the USC team with Reggie Bush and 92 Alabama and all those teams. But I think Clemson pulls it off.
Good pick.
Yeah, I got Clemson too, man. I just think, you know, that it's going to be a battle, of course. I just think Clemson front four will be the difference in the game. Although Alabama has a ferocious front four as well, I think that experience is going to, you know, take over. And the curse of Drake. I'm going to just go to curse of Drake too.
Curse of Drake. He picked.
I forgot about the curse of Drake.
He had on the sweatshirt. Now, when the fuck you became an Alabama?
When he was fussing with Quavo, goddamn, he fussed with Quavo.
Yeah. Did y'all see what Quavo commented? Like, go Dogs, and Drake was like, but y'all ain't even in the that.
Then he went for Bama.
Yeah, because every time they nigga went for Kentucky,
my boy know how to pick a winner, goddamn. He ain't been on Kentucky since them boy won that championship.
No.
All right, Drake, we got you.
I'm going with the winner. It's a tough one, man. But you said it. This may be the best offense we've ever seen with Bama. I'm going Bama, man. Although they both have good athletes, both have real good quarterbacks, both have real good coaches. I think one coach is better than the other.
Yeah.
So for that fact, I'm gonna go Saban and Tua. Although I hope I don't give a fuck. I hope Clemson beats the shit out of these niggas, man. I just think it's gonna be Bama though, man. I'm sick of seeing them win them, but I think it's gonna be Bama.
I think I've been saying it all year. It was 3 teams that I've said from the jump that had a chance of beating Alabama. And when I said a chance, if it was going to be somebody who was going to beat them, I said Georgia, I said LSU, and I said Clemson.
Yeah.
I was wrong with Georgia, although they gave them a good run. I was wrong with LSU.
Don't be wrong again.
I might be wrong with Clemson.
Don't be. Good.
But this is what I think it's going to boil down to. I think that they're such evenly matched. I think they have talent across the board. Alabama, of course, gets the more notoriety. They've been getting more notoriety this year. I think the deciding factor is going to come down to Lawrence. I think Lawrence is new. I think he's young.
Can he live up?
I think he's inexperienced. Now, when I say inexperienced, he's played a full season.
Right.
He has not seen what he's about to come up against in Alabama. He's not seen the athleticism. He's not seen the talent. He's not seen the schemes that he's going to see. And I think he's had a free ride. He's been playing in the ACC. And I'm not one of those ones that say the conferences are different than other conferences and stuff. But I think this year the ACC had a really down year. I don't think that there was defenses. Normally you can get a Florida State defense that's good. We was pathetic. Normally you can get a Miami defense. They was okay. Notre Dame was supposed to be, they was pathetic. South Carolina, not so great on defense when Clemson played them. So I think that he's going to see something. And it's going to boil down to his decision-making skills. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think it's going to come down to who's going to make the turnovers. whether it's the quarterback or not, I think it's going to boil down to who's going to make the most turnovers. And we see Alabama's usually sound. We're going to know right out the gate what Alabama coming to do because they play the same. And usually when they lose, we always say it's the same way. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to go with Alabama. I'm going with Tua. I'm going with Saban. I think Tua's been battle tested. This is his second national championship with a full season of high competitive play. I'm going Alabama.
To comment on that, I think that I think he has seen that type of talent. It just depends. I know it's different.
Who has?
Trevor Lawrence. The quarterback, Lawrence, whatever his name is.
Well,
but it depends. Because it depends on how you practice. Because we've heard before that Tua's best competition has been in practice. So the same thing goes for Clemson quarterback up to this point.
But
the best competition.
But as a D1 player, didn't y'all go against the second string in practice?
There's been sometimes there's be one-on-one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they'll do one-on-one.
They'll say you can't hit hack low or you can't, but I've seen hack.
It's a lot of times they'll be like, oh, no, one-on-one.
Yeah.
And it'll be super random. You be like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay, come on.
Where this come from? But it's been times where and that's when you really know what you have. So I think they've seen enough from him against the one-on-ones to know that he can handle that situation. But is it enough?
I saw a story too. That's what made Tua live because Tua was with the twos, going against the ones.
Going against the ones.
And they was like, "Oh my God, who is this? Amazing. Like this boy's killing her." That's how they knew to put him in against Georgia. They knew if this man can do this with the two offense against my first string defense, he's ready. Shit.
And I think the same thing happened with Lawrence.
I think so too. But the difference is Lawrence is a true freshman.
Yeah.
Tua played under like a red shirt. He played all season just in that role.
Right.
I'm glad you said
game,
this because I was arguing with Jeremy. You know, he loves to argue with me.
Wrongly.
And
tell you what I'm not going to do.
And the difference was Lawrence had 27 touchdowns and like 6 or 7 interceptions. Bryant, his full season, only had 14 touchdowns and I think he had like 8 interceptions. It was a little bit higher interceptions. But the ratio. But the percentage was similar. Kelly Bryant had a higher percentage. Trevor Lawrence had a higher completion. Like he threw more attempts. You know what I'm saying? And his yards was only different by like 100 and something. So I say that to say that I go back to what I said at the beginning. I still to this day I think arm talent wise, Lawrence is better than Bryant. But I don't think it was a big ass difference. And I think again it's gonna boil down to Lawrence. I keep saying it. Well, he's going to have to play tremendously well against Alabama to win.
Well, he doesn't Trevor Lawrence doesn't leave them one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? They can pass it. Now, we saw last year in this very game that Kelly Bryant against Alabama, he struggled.
Yeah,
he struggled mightily.
Yeah. Like they
put two real
bad back deep and just play with
to beat Alabama, you have to have a running quarterback.
I'm so glad you said that because we saw that Alabama struggled once Kyler Murray was able to get loose. Lawrence can't move.
Running or athletic?
Running.
That's the same thing.
It's not.
No, it's different. But,
but you have to be able to run.
You have to be able to.
Deshaun Watson was athletic, but he wasn't a runner.
No.
But he was able to
fine.
run.
Then if you use Deshaun Watson,
Lawrence
fine.
can
You need to be athletic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Trevor Lawrence is athletic, but he's not gonna wow you away with the run.
Yeah,
with the speed of Alabama.
He can pull it down and tuck it away and get you about 5.
Yeah, because if he get hit, he's fragile.
But think about when Deshaun Watson got hit by them boys. Ruben Foster nigga had a helicopter spin. Boy. Yeah. I don't think Lawrence can handle that kind of shit.
He's fragile. That's why I said
if they catch him,
they fundamentally sound.
It's wrong. But
and if Alabama lose a quarterback, they got hurt. They good to go.
This is true. And they got a three-headed monster in the backfield.
And we may see Hurt. Hurt may be.
I think Hurt comes out early. I think Hurt is part of the game plan.
He doesn't come out early.
There's no need.
I think he comes out only if and slow.
Like last week,
if Tua comes out slow.
He came out early last game.
And I think that's because they were
it was just the play call.
They were up 14-0. He came in the game. Yep. So if that happens, then yes.
Yep.
But if it's 0-0, he doesn't come in the game, I don't think.
So, I mean, we all have our picks. We're going to definitely talk about it in group chat. And
so we got 2 Bamas, 2 Clemsons.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I read a story where it's saying that the tickets for the championship game is being sold for less than face value.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings me to a bigger point. Like, do you think overall sporting events attendance is going down or will continue to go down?
I think it's the location this year, man.
Yeah.
But just overall, it's down overall, not just this game.
Well,
But
last
it's
year,
down
national
overall.
championship game when that I'm pretty sure they
It
were
was in
saying like
Atlanta last year.
$7.
It's in Atlanta.
That's what I was about to say.
And it was like
between
$1,700 tickets, right?
Georgia. Was it Georgia?
Georgia.
That was-
goddamn right.
Yeah. Location.
NFL.
I don't know where I heard it, but location,
Sporting events
location,
attendance. Yeah.
location.
Sporting
if-
events attendance.
So in
is
San
down.
Francisco, if it's USC and UCLA, a
That
billion
bitch gonna
people
be
are there.
Flooded.
I think. And
I mean,
also
even if it was Alabama versus Washington,
Right.
or
flooded.
Alabama versus USC,
USC.
Alabama Stanford, Alabama Arizona State. You know what I mean? Like whoever.
Like they made the trip to Atlanta.
but those
Think about
ticket-
that.
those
They
ticket-
just went to Atlanta.
Those
You
ticket
think they're
prices are
gonna
still
fly
crazy.
clear across the country for the next game? Although you may be a diehard fan,
It's tough.
that's
Well,
It's hard on your
tough.
pockets.
with Alabama and Clemson fans, that's 2 hour,
Yeah, it's a
2 hour,
drive.
45-minute drive
It's a-
for Alabama fans. Clemson fans, maybe a 3-hour drive. So that's still not bad. But I think with this, like to go from Clemson, South Carolina, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or Alabama in general
2,000 miles.
to out there, that's a long
That's
ass
a long
flight.
ass flight.
That's
But-
a lot of money. You coming
And you
off
say-
Christmas, you coming off New Year's. I think it's just
That's
location.
big.
Right.
And you say it in general. Like, I don't think the ticket prices are going down in general for the simple fact that I read yesterday that I don't know if we knew this, but the NFL ratings and ticket prices are going up compared to last year.
Well, compared to last year,
Just
probably.
sporting events.
Because everybody was boycotting last year.
Right.
I would like to see this year compared to the year before last. Because
But
everybody was boycotting last year. So,
Right, but if
so
it's-
factor that in.
But but if it's going up from last year compared to this year and it's going
But
up.
if last year was a bad year and it's gone up, I would like to see the year before last compared to this year. I'm pretty sure the year before last was better than this year. Because it's still some people boycotting, but not as much. But I said that to say because I saw an article that said like even college football, it's only like 2 or 3 teams where the attendance went up. Of course, it was Alabama. I think it was like Michigan and maybe Texas, I think. But even like powerhouse like Ohio State, Notre Dame has went down because students don't like to come to those 11 o'clock games. And the article said, like when Nick Saban said his little thing because the students didn't come to that Louisiana Lafayette game. Why would you come to a game when you can go to a bar, watch your team blow out a nobody, and have fun? But it's like 3 schools that it went up or stayed the same, but most schools are declining in attendance. And I think the NFL is kind of sort of like that same way because, hey, we have TVs. Hey, we have all this other stuff where
Nigga said TV. Well, TV been around for a long time, goddamn.
Well, no. I mean,
You got a
It's just
TV?
What's that?
Glued to that bitch.
okay, fuck yeah. But it's a better experience. Like, I can watch 12 games here when I got to be glued in on one game, have bad reception on my phone.
I'm gonna be
Well, if
honest.
they're just
ain't
thinking,
nothing like that
if they're
experience
just
of being
thinking
in that,
business, then they're still winning.
And I'm gonna be honest, like to his point though. I mean, I heard what Todd just said, but I am one of those people that like I can sit at home and I can drink my alcohol or eat my food
Do whatever I want at home.
and watch the game from the comfort of my home. I don't have to go. I get to see all the instant replays and stuff. It's a little bit different than actually being there. But that's a good point until you actually go there and then you be like, oh wow.
Right.
Like you get
This
that
looks
wow
like
factor,
this.
you realize how important it is. So I do see where a lot of overall sporting events is on the decline, and I do think that part of it is just because we're exposed to so many different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Netflix now. They got Netflix movies. You got YouTube movies. You got fucking movies. You got cable movies. You got fucking your phone.
Fire stick.
You got man, we got so much shit that you can do. It's so many different activities going on, man. It's a lot of shit just going on.
Right.
But I think overall, I just think for this national championship, it's because of the
location. Yeah.
So,
Location.
yeah. So shouts out to them boys. We're all gonna be watching. Come what Monday? That is.
Yep, Monday.
That's
But
trash.
yeah.
We ain't gonna be able to have no party though. And that's maybe another reason that ratings and things are going down. Maybe they need to put that shit on a Saturday.
Cool.
Put that shit on a Saturday, though.
Yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't do it next Saturday.
Playoffs.
Or this Saturday.
Playoffs.
Oh, it is Saturday. That was a week off.
It would have been
great. The playoffs,
Yeah.
NFL playoffs. They're going to be.
Oh, yeah. And they try not to conflict.
Right.
Yeah, they always try not to conflict.
NFL can move these games to all Sundays if they really wanted to. They could work it out. But yeah, we'll see how it go. All right. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Stupid ass.
Dumbass fucking dummy. We saw that a Kentucky special education teacher has been accused of hosting a New Year's Day party, or New Year's Eve party, and where she let more than a dozen teens in where they were smoking weed and drinking alcohol. Lindsay Lewis, 36, was arrested early Tuesday morning and charged with 14 counts of engaging in unlawful transactions with a minor. Did y'all see this motherfucker? And the shit
Pretty
that
fucking
little
crazy,
stupid
cuz.
did.
I think we talked about this before. Like,
Yeah, we
I
kind
don't
of
know if it was alcohol or weed. Don't give my fucking kids no shit that's going to inebriate them, stupid. What's wrong with you? Like, and that's special ed kids. They already don't give
Shit,
it
they
to
don't need, yeah.
yeah, don't give it to
They
them.
don't need anything else to goddamn hinder them.
Yeah.
But I will say, you know, like I have a much younger sister, so she's 20. So around Christmas, like, but I think everybody kind of did. Like, hey, have a little champagne. Hey, have, you know, like a little wine.
And I think that's where we was. That's not, you as a teacher, that's not your job to do that.
Right.
This is my family. Let me.
Right.
Not you.
Yeah, my sister. But if if a grown ass adult got my little sister drunk,
We fighting.
I'm having
we fighting.
nigga square up.
Fuck around.
Real talk.
Ain't no square. Bap, bap.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
I
Ain't
ain't
no
gonna
square.
give you a chance.
Exactly.
Oh, she drunk.
Yeah, your
Bap.
fault.
Hit your ass that same bottle you just gave her. But so, hey, if that's not your child, if that's not your sibling, or you have some type of family, not even family ties, because how sick people is now. But nah, dummy.
Fucking dummy.
Super stupid.
Hell yeah.
Super stupid. Lost
Get
it
'em.
all behind that shit.
Good. She should
Good.
lose it all behind that.
Hell yeah. Cause you shouldn't have gave them niggas that shit. Like, how stupid was you? Like, I don't even understand. Every time we do these dummies of the week, it's just so clear cut what the fuck finna happen to you.
They get dumber.
And that's why I guess that's why they the dumb of the week. I don't know, man. Them motherfuckers just do the shit and just be dumb. But yeah, so I mean, that's all we got for you motherfuckers. I don't know. Like, y'all got anything else y'all wanna shit, what else we got?
That's
the
when they
Dragons,
get healthy.
motherfucker.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all Dragons. Y'all
Well,
play Parker coming
Tuesday.
up though, right?
We got Pleasant Grove, and Friday night we go over to Parker.
I'll be at Parker.
Uh-huh.
That's some niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna beat the dog skin off their
My nigga.
He say it ain't official till he say dog skin.
Really?
Dog skin.
But we'll be back next week like we never left, cause like we say every week, we never leave, you goddamn. And we out. Get
Yeah, bitch, you.
Holla.
Dummy.